Y'all be quiet and sit back. Be quiet.
Jake.
And y'all little jokers pay attention, man. All praise, all glory, all honor to the Most High, the owner, creator, and possessor of all things. Long live his only begotten beloved Son in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. Honor and humility, Melchizedek Ministries. Another Shabbat service live. I'm gonna let y'all pile up on in here in the worldwide assembly real quick. You dig? Shabbat shalom to everybody in attendance in this deal. All praises. Shabbat shalom. Get it in. We're gonna kick it off with an opening prayer. We're gonna do the Most High's prayer in Hebrew, of course. Then we're gonna read it in English. Y'all go ahead and hit that dough out. And we're gonna hit it in English, and then we're gonna go ahead, and get it started. I let everybody pile in. Let me share the link real quick. Let's make it happen. Who in the crib? Mina J. Josh Collins, Shabbat Shalom. Some guy with an afro. That's your name, Mark? Shabbat Shalom, Hebrew. Marcus Israel. Jeremiah. What up, Kush? Shabbat Shalom. Poppy. Soraya Shebrew. Shabbat Shalom. Ira Stevens.
Shabbat Shalom,
Lisa
family.
Henry. Amuna Bat Yah. Deuteronomy 28 is truth. Y'all in the building. Andre Ingram. Y'all see part 3. We're going to go ahead and do part 3 today. My Aki Yaki had a presentation ready. He's going to do that later on, probably in the next few days. So we just going to do part 3 to the evil spirits of anger and hatred real quick. And they're basically laying back off what we did yesterday and a few days before that. Are everybody feeling everybody good? Let's get her done. Yakanan Eliezer, my brother. What's going on? Duell in the building. Got the young nephews in the building. The young princesses, the queens in the building. Sister Diana, welcome. All praises.
All praises.
Hey, y'all little girls, sit on down. What y'all doing? I'm gonna wait on you, Juanita. We're gonna wait for you to get on about that bathroom. We're gonna get her done. Let me share this link real quick. All right. Hey, if we can be heard on the worldwide chat, throw us a 7 up in the chat if we can be heard. Make sure everything running smooth. And let's get her done. What's up with you brothers, man? Y'all good, man?
Yeah, bro.
Everybody good? Y'all feeling it today, man? It's the weekly appointment, man.
That's right.
Now we all good? All right, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Turn this on down. Dang, y'all piling on up in here too. All praises. All right, give us a few seconds. We're gonna go ahead and share this deal. We're gonna get it done, man. Y'all willing, we're gonna talk about King David a little bit today. One of the most powerful kings that we ever had.
That's right.
You dig? All right, bang, right here is. Dang, I'm going off, man. Okay, bang. I'm over tripping, Hebrew. I forgot where I was. Okay, bang. WhatsApp. Share this in the WhatsApp real quick. We're live. Bing. Bing. All good.
No, I'm saying, you can get a cover. Or chill, put a hood on your head.
Bang, bang, bang. Boy, go down, boy. What y'all doing? Playing hooky? Where y'all going? Nah, I'm just playing. I'm always messing with folk. All right. Okay, bam. 2. All right, Melchizedek, think tank. What's Proverbs 27 verse? Bang. All right, Facebook. Put this on the book, and then we're gonna get this prayer off, man. All praise. All right, man. All right. Short leggers. 1 second, we're live. Do. Oh, yeah, man. cracking like this. Friends. All right. What, T-Barrett? I'm prayers in Hebrew. Shabbat Shalom, Rock Israel. What's the word? Mama never told me. Mama never told me. They sold me all these lies. I bang. I bang. All right, y'all, let's get it cracking. Y'all know the drill. We got to face Jerusalem. That's toward that corner right there. We pray as it is stipulated in the Bible. So being in the west, we face Jerusalem. We face east. Men uncover the top of your heads when praying and prophesying. Women cover your heads when praying and prophesying. All things done decently in order. You can find this in 1 Kings, the 8th chapter, 20 through 44. And then also, I uncover. Yeah. You all good. It's all good. You up in here. All right. 1 Kings, the 8th chapter, 20 through 44. Also Daniel, the 6th chapter. We're supposed to face the land that we was brought from. And pursuant to 1 Corinthians 11th chapter, men are to uncover the top of their heads when praying and prophesying. Women are to cover their heads. 1 Timothy 2:8, spread forth your hands. 1 Kings 8:54. So we got the order of prayer as stipulated out the Bible, not clasping your hands together, not holding hands in a circle, none of that. All right. And what we're going to do, we're going to do the Lord's Prayer as in Matthew 6. We're going to do it in Hebrew first, and then we're going to do it in English. If you know what I'm saying, repeat after me. If not, keep it up in your spirit. Just try to learn it. Then we're gonna do it in English. All right. So all praises, all glory, all honor to the Most High, the owner, creator, and possessor of all things. All right. Let's get it done, man. Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
Okay. That's a little louder, short leggers. Y'all was a little dry earlier. Dry eyes. Man, we about to praise the Most High. We're going to be amped in this deal.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get her done. All right, repeat after me. Abinu. Shabbat Shemayim. Yi Kadesh. Shimka. Tabo. Malkuteka. Yeah, I say. Ratzonka. Kabbat Shemayim. K. Baret. Etlakim. Kukenu. Tang Lanu. Hayo. Uslak Lanu. Oh. Kataenu. Kamo. Shalso King. Gum. Anaknu. Lakotin. Lanu. Wa'o. Tabienu. Lide. Nisayo. Ki. Kotenu. Min hara. Kilaka. Hamamlaka. Wahagura. Wahati Baret. Laome. Olabi. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. All praises in English. For y'all that don't understand. Our Father, in heaven, holy is your name. May your kingdom come. And your will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our sins. As we also have forgiven those who sinned against us. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. And ever. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Yahoo. Let's get her done. All praise. That's right. Hey, how y'all doing in this deal today, man? You know what I'm saying? Salute. Rock Israel in the building. Little Joker's playing hooky. I see. No, I'm just playing. It's all good. Ema Deborah Lee. Yeah, let Ema on up in here. Shabbat Shalom, Ema. Mama, what's going on? Good to see you, Mama. Shabbat Shalom. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Y'all see the topic. It's the evil spirits of anger and hatred, part 3. All right. We're going to try to touch on a little bit of King David today. Before we do, we're going to lay a little groundwork on basics on how we supposed to be treating each other.
Right.
I don't know my water, man. Pass me that water right there if you can, bro. Basics on how we're supposed to be treating each other. You know what I'm saying? It's far too easy to hate on the next brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? Gossip, talk crazy. You know, we was going over a little bit last night. It was well received, so all praises to the Most High. We as the chosen people of God are supposed to deal with each other opposite of how we was raised. You did. So when you see somebody getting blessed, you're supposed to be amped for them, excited. Right. Not like, okay, look what he got going on. Mm-hmm. You dig? You're supposed to actually, even though it's a challenge, you're supposed to challenge yourself to love the next brother or love the next sister. And that's the what I want to say, the protocol of the kingdom. You feel me? Give me Psalm 101 first. I'm gonna show y'all something. We're gonna do Psalms, the 101st chapter first. You feel me? How everybody doing on the worldwide chat? Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom to all in attendance. Short leggers, the princes, the princesses, the imams. Good to see my mama's face. Hallelujah. All right, so first we're gonna start this in Psalms, the 101st chapter. Let me show y'all what King David was saying. And we're gonna try to touch a little bit on King David today. Who all in here to heard of King David? Everybody should have their hand up. You should know who King David is. You heard of David and Goliath, the one that killed the giant, cut his head off, when he killed him with a stone, basically. David was a warrior his whole life, fought the wars of the Most High, and the Most High was with him. Nobody could stand against him. He was anointed of the Most High God. In my personal opinion, the greatest king in Israel, second only to the Messiah. You feel? I know a lot of people be on Solomon for his wisdom and all that, but you know, Solomon went off at the end of his life. David never worshiped another God ever. He tripped a few times, but he immediately repented. You know what I'm saying? So that shows integrity too. But when it comes to being a warrior and you know, just going out and laying down the Most High's enemies, the Most High was with that man.
Right.
You feel me? So we're gonna read Psalm 101, and this is David, the Psalm of David. And he gonna let you know who not gonna be dwelling in the city of the Most High. All right, who's not gonna be in the kingdom. And when you see that, we should challenge ourselves to be more righteous with one another, even though it's a challenge. It's easy to talk crazy. Get on Facebook, you know. Get on Instagram.
You want to start at 1?
Yeah, start at 1, bro. Get on Instagram. Tell everybody your business. You understand? And just slander somebody. But it's a challenge to love somebody. You feel me? To maintain your integrity, even if y'all not on talking terms. You know what I'm saying? But that's the character that the Most High is looking for. Right? And that's what we must become. If not, we'll never take our rightful place in this earth. You forever gonna be ruled over. You understand? The key to defeating white supremacy and all that is brotherhood, which includes the sisters. Love your brothers. Love your sisters. You feel me? And we always united, wouldn't be no Darren Wilsons. Wouldn't be none of that. Wouldn't be no KKK. We'd be too powerful. And they understand they couldn't deal with us. They'll think a million times before they came over where we was dwelling there. Like, no, you better not go over there. You better not go over there. It's gonna be a problem, right? The men protect, provide. They protect their women and children. You dig? The sisters are virtuous. The children are in order, and all them brothers and sisters love one another. They live for each other and die for one another. That's powerful. Right. That's a force that can't be reckoned with. You feel me? And so that's the blueprint. Love is more powerful than hatred. You hear love today and you think of February the 14th. Got struck with the Cupid dart. That's not what the Bible talking about.
It's off.
Yeah, we talking about straightway commandments.
Right.
Loving one another. You feel me? In sincerity, because you could keep the commandments, but having have an ulterior motive in your mind. You feel me? Like, man, brother, well, technically I ain't steal nothing from you, but you actually mad because the brother done been blessed or something, and you plotting on his downfall. You feel me? So even though you didn't physically steal nothing from him, you still guilty. Right. You still guilty, and that type of person won't be in the kingdom. So we got to challenge ourselves. I know it's hard because we grew up like, she looked at me like this, or that brother ain't shalom me, or we grew up very emotional, men and women. You feel me? The mother and 7 sons had more discipline and more had more fortitude than even a lot of the men today. I'm talking about in the book of the Maccabees. Right. A woman that watched 7 of her sons get slain in one day. Right? Harriet Tubman, you feel me, had, because she understood the mission at hand. She couldn't be too emotional behind it. You feel me? So that's what the Most High is looking for. We all jacked up off emotion around here. And then especially everybody high on drugs and all that too. Oh man, forget about it. Everybody's emotional, men and women. You see what I'm saying? So it's time for us to be sober, love one another. You understand? And that's simply meaning brotherhood. That's the key to overcoming all this. And that's the key to unlocking the power of the Holy Spirit. You feel me? You'll never have it. You'll never have it with hatred in your heart, envy, jealous of the next brother or sister. You feel me? Whispering. You'll never have it. It'll never come. You feel me? And we'll never take our rightful place in this earth as the kings and queens of this earth. Ever. As long as you keep hating your brothers and sisters. Yes, right. And I know it's a challenge because we some of the most craziest people ever. Yeah. It's a challenge to learn in your physical family. You don't agree with all them and everything, but that's still your auntie. That's still your uncle. Right? You know what I'm saying? Your spouse may get on your nerve. That's still your spouse. Right? Children may get on your nerve. Boy, what was you thinking? That's still your son. That's still your daughter. So if we take certain things off the table and say, no matter what happened, I still gotta love them. Still gotta love her. You feel me? I still gotta show her the way, even if they live in a lifestyle perverse to the scripture. I still gotta show you the way. Right. As long as you got breath, you feel me? Not all the hell with you. So then the KKK win then. You know what I'm saying? Later for that nigga, KKK win. I can't stand that nigga. The Klan win then. Yep. All right, so let's get this together, man. First, we're gonna start in Psalms, the 101st chapter. Start at verse 1, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Psalms 101, verse 1.
Yeah.
I will sing of mercy and judgment.
Hold on. So he on both spectrums of this. Right. He say mercy and judgment of the Most High. Right? A lot of times we jacked up off. God is love. He is. But God got wrath too. So you see David, he's balanced. In his Psalms, he talk about mercy and he talk about judgment. Balance. All right? You can't throw the judgments out. Right. You can't throw the mercy out either. All right? Come on out.
Unto thee, O Lord, will I sing. I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way.
Yeah.
O when wilt thou come unto me? I will walk within my house with a perfect heart.
With a perfect heart. Behave wisely. Right? This is somebody that's circumspect and examines himself. He's not impulsive like everybody today. You feel me? Just get up and just make a certain move. You feel me? He said, I will behave perfectly or wisely. I'm going to walk within my house with a perfect heart. Strive for perfection. What's wrong with that? Right? Ain't none of us perfect. Why you ain't striving to be? Right. I thought it said in the law, be ye perfect. As your Father in heaven is perfect. That's right. Wait. Yeah. And it's a challenge, but so what? It was a challenge for you to pass your all your tests in school. Right? You had to study, didn't you? It was a challenge for you to get that job. You had to get certain certifications. Some brothers got CDLs. Class A CDL. That was a challenge. You had to study that and then learn how to drive that 18-wheeler. Right? Whatever is worth holding on to is going to be a challenge. We in the spirit thinking everything gonna be smooth. You know, I'm just gonna ice skate and everything. No problems. But your entire life has been up and down. Your entire life, you ain't never gotten nothing smoothly. Everything is a challenge. All right, come on, Knock. What else? You say? What you say? That's what he told him. In John 5:14. Now, was he lying? No. So there's an ability for you to be perfect. Right. We just don't want to strive for it. Right. We comfortable in our wickedness. All right, let's get it.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
I will set no wicked things before my eyes.
You see what David's saying? He just said he was going to behave wisely and perfectly. Then he said, look, won't no wicked thing be before my eyes. Trip off that. Because if you're viewing wickedness, eventually you're going to entertain it and then you're going to act it out. Right? Be careful about what you allow into your temple, into your mind. I will set no wicked thing before my eyes. Come on.
I hate the work of them that turn aside.
And David said he hates? Wow. Hate is in the Bible? And David said, I hate the work of them that turn aside. Aside from what? The path of the Most High. Right? David strived his whole life to be perfect. Yes, he failed and made a few mistakes. Yes, he fell and sinned a few times on record. but he never made an excuse. He hurried up and got himself together with the Most High. All right, come on now.
It shall not cleave unto me.
That's right.
A forward heart shall depart from me.
A forward heart. That's somebody that's haughty, proud. You can't tell him nothing. You see, he said that will depart from me, because the Most High ain't with that.
Right.
He's not with none of that. All right, come on now.
I will not know a wicked person.
He taking a step further. I don't even want to know a wicked person. Wow. Come on now.
Him so privately slandered his neighbor.
Here you go right here.
Him
that privately. Go ahead, say it again.
Him, verse 5 again. Who so privately slandered his neighbor, him will I cut off.
Wow. Now, we got that bad as a people. Y'all know that. We love to gossip, boy. Love it. It's so easy, too. It's a challenge to hold control your tongue. Right? But he said, if you privately slandering your neighbor, then that's that whispering. That's that, I ain't the one to gossip. You ain't heard it from me. That's one of them. Yeah. And Facebook is so toxic. Facebook, Instagram, all of it. You privately slandering your neighbor. They call that today sneak dissing.
Yeah, sneak dissing.
That's what they call it in the streets. They call that sneak dissing. If you sneak dissing, he said, I'm going to cut you off. And this is the Most High's anointed, David. And he had the authority to lay you down. Houston, we got a problem. All right, go ahead, Op.
Him that have a high look and a proud heart will not I suffer.
Well, I won't even allow it around me. So he had the right to establish order amongst him. We do too. Like that type of behavior ain't allowed down here. They're like, oh, so who the biggest thick they is trying to say you can't come down if you acting like that? You can't.
Right.
We'll pray for you. Get yourself together. But that's not allowed. Right? Sisters should feel love when they come in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will be hugging all on one another. Hey, shalom, sis. Get together and do girly stuff like y'all do. You know the stuff y'all do. I don't know. Hang the toes and nails, and you put your little cotton balls between your little toes. Do your girls, do your woman stuff. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Brothers supposed to be, you both feel that embrace when brothers come in. You know what I'm saying? Sit on down, have a little cup of wine, chop it up. All right, supposed to feel love. That's what this is about, moving toward one another. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 6.
Yeah.
Mine eyes shall be upon the faithful of the land.
Wow, he looking for the faithful, those that are diligently seeking to serve the Most High. And if you faithful, that means you're not 1 second keeping Easter and then the next second doing Passover.
That's right.
That's not faithful. Right? You ain't 1 second doing the Feast of Dedication, then doing Christmas. That's not faithful. You feel me? You got to choose a side. That the Bible always been about that. The Bible ain't never been about being politically correct, trying to appease everybody. Like, no, this is what it is, and this is the order we established. Right? And that's for the sake of the nation, not just for our own private assembly, but for the sake of the nation.
That's right.
Right? Everybody supposed to be maneuvering like that. All right? Come on now.
That they may dwell with me. He that walketh in a perfect way, he shall serve me.
Yeah. Come on.
He that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house.
He that worketh deceit ain't coming up in my, you hear what David's saying? Won't be in my house.
That's right.
You into deception, you into slandering, you into whispering, you into all that extra. You feel me? That's that spirit that plagues Israel. Can't come around her. And we got every right to establish that.
That's right.
Right? And that's for the sake of the love. So love will flow through her. Right? So we can be powerful. So we can take our place in this earth. Oh, we'll never do it, man. We'll never do it. You feel me? Being a victim of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. You never.
Social media.
Yeah. Feel me? You supposed to be using that to spread the word. Like I post scriptures and I post like news articles. You feel me? And I'm above that deal. Even when I be scrolling down, I see certain posts and I'm like, if I comment on that, my thumbs will be tired because I'm gonna have to keep responding because he gonna think he got a point. And see again, you feel me? Like if certain things are a trap, stand down, man. You feel me? Just keep scrolling. I ain't even entertain that. All right, come on, knock. Let's get it.
Verse 7 again.
Yeah.
He that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house.
That's right.
He that telleth lies shall not tarry in my sight.
Lying, deception. That sounds like all law breaking, don't it? Come on,
I will early destroy all the wicked of the land.
You hear what David said? The wicked in the land can't dwell here, right? The deceptive can't dwell here. The liars can't dwell here. The slanderers can't dwell here. All right, come on now.
That I may cut off all wicked doors from the city of the Lord.
That I may cut off all wicked doors from Yahweh city. And we all know about the New Jerusalem, the kingdom of heaven. You feel me? So we just got a sneak peek into the order that's going to be in the kingdom. So if any of this is any of us in here, we got to get that together. Check yourself. You feel me? Check yourself. Even when somebody come whispering to you about somebody, shut that down. No, we don't do that over here. And shut that down immediately. No, we don't do that. Matter of fact, you say who? Call Rock up real quick. You say about Rock when you call him up real quick. And just hand him the phone. Right. Yeah, that's how you get. That's how you. Oh, brother, I don't want to. Oh, okay. Yeah, you really ain't even about that. Then. If you had a problem, you address it. If you talk about a brother or sister in front of me, I'm calling right while you talking. You ain't even gonna know it. I'm like, oh yeah, let me unlock my phone real quick. Contacts, okay, bang. You know what I'm saying? Calling up Rock real quick. Hey, bro. Hey, hold on. What you doing? Hey, Nat, shalom. Yeah, y'all about shim. Okay, bang. Here. Tell them what you just was trying to tell me.
That's right, bro.
That's how you get rid of all that. All right. I need Proverbs 6 next. Proverbs 6. Proverbs 6, 16 through 19, brother. And then next after that, we're going to Leviticus 19. Okay. All right. Right. Protocol. You want to dwell in the city of the Most High? You want to be in the kingdom of heaven? It's rules to this. It's rules to this. I know we were raised in Babylon. We were raised in a backwards toxic vibration. We were. You understand? There's no excuse, though. You call yourself in the light. Call yourself an Israelite, you call yourself a chosen of the Most High. Well, look, there's protocol that we must be following, man. Right? And hold yourself to it. That's a challenge, but it's fun. If you ask me, you feel me? I like a challenge. That's what's up. Right. And it's for not only embetterment of myself, but us all. That's what's up. Right. All right, let's get to Proverbs 6. Proverbs 6, 16 through 19.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16.
Yeah.
It says, these 6 things doth the Lord hate.
Know what that word hate again.
Uh-oh.
Dang. So there are things the Most High love and there are things that he hate. Right? So these are things, if this is infecting anybody in here, it's time to get that together. Right? Maybe you might need to fast for a few days. Starve them demons about you. If you watch part 2 and part 1 of this class that we're doing, we went to the pseudepigrapha and read some of the testament of Dan, Simeon, and Gad. And they all attested that the spirits of envy, hatred, anger, all of those are spirits that come from the right-hand side of Satan. Uh-oh. His chief demon called Bel-Er, like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Er. You remember we grew up watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Er? Bel-Er is one of Satan's top demons that sit at his right hand, like the Most High. The Most High's right hand is the Messiah. Satan has a right hand called Bel-Er. And we grew up watching in West Philadelphia, born and raised, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Er. That's a straight demon.
That ain't no coincidence.
No, that ain't no coincidence. Why would y'all name it that? Even if that's the name of a spot in LA. Exactly. Why do they even name it Bel-Er? That's a demon. That's crazy, man. You did. All right, come on out.
Yeah. 7 or an abomination unto him.
Uh-huh.
A proud look.
A who?
A proud look.
That's somebody that's proud and puffed up. A proud look. Most I hate that. You should not be jacked up with pride. Right. You should not be jacked up with pride at all. Right? You should always be humble and be willing to accept the reproof and correction in the Bible.
Right.
Always. Right? The time that arrives when you can't hear the Bible or you ain't in subjection to it, you got a proud look.
That's right.
Most I hate that. All right, come on.
A lying tongue.
What kind of tongue?
A lying tongue.
A lying tongue. Oh, wait. Come on out.
And hands that shed innocent blood.
Come on.
And heart that devises wicked imagination.
Yeah, that means your heart is just, you know what I'm saying, entrenched.
Right.
With just imagining evil. Right? Hands that shed innocent blood. You a murderer. No murderer have eternal life abiding in them. Come on now. What else, bro?
Feet that be swift and run into mischief.
Look at that. Your feet swift to get into some type of trouble. Y'all ran into people like that. It seems like everywhere they go, it's a problem. Every time you show up, it's a riot or something. Everybody arguing. That's somebody whose feet are swift, running into mischief.
Right.
All right, come on now.
A false witness that speaketh lies.
Yeah, that's another thing right there. A false witness, right? It's like in the history of Susanna and the Apocrypha. It was 2 witnesses that rose up against her, but they were false. Right? A false witness will cause you to get put to death. Most High hate that. All right, come on.
And he that soweth discord among brethren.
And he that soweth what?
Discord among brethren.
That's something the Most High is not down with, man.
That's right.
If that's the spirit that you are in, you need to get that together. Repent. Let's get you a fast on. But if you sowing discord among brethren when we supposed to be promoting unity, coming together, not discord, not backbiting, not whispering and slandering and deception. Most High hate these things, right? And he said the 7th is an abomination. That was the 7th, wasn't it? Yep. He that soweth discord among brethren is an abomination in the eyes of the Most High. That means extremely disgusting. The Most High promotes. He ain't about all that. He's about unity. He about the brothers coming together and loving one another. Right. And that's how the power and mysteries of the set apart spirit is unlocked. You feel me? And that's how all our enemies, that's how we defeat our enemies. There will be no white supremacy. There will be no cops out here killing us. They wouldn't dare come around us. They wouldn't even show face. All them lions over there with birds long as Yakanan, boy. That brother walk up in the store, boy, the heathen boy get scared. Like, whoa. Brother, you need to shave.
Is it real?
See, they scared of that. They see again, men in these last days, righteous men standing up, hair on their face and all that, man, that scares heathens. That's why they promote us to be Gillette men. You know, Gillette. Right. You know, have you looking like Don Lemon up here on CNN. Now rock your hair on your face, man. You a man.
That's right.
A lion don't cut his mane. Some of us got skeet birds like myself. My stuff don't connect there where, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying though.
I'm trying with
I'll leave it up there anyway. I don't care how I look. I'll leave it up there anyway. So what? Yeah, I've got a challenge when it comes to that part. But hey, whatever. Yeah, you be all right. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's go to Leviticus 19 is where we're going next. All right, we're going to go over some basic protocol on how we're supposed to deal. And then we're going to get into the story of King David and how the Most High anointed him after the first king of Israel went off. So the Most High took the spirit from that king and put it on David. Bow. And that king got beyond envious of David. He's trying to kill him and everything. Right? David still had to maintain his integrity. Yes, right? Went over Joseph yesterday, boy, and how his brothers was beyond hating on him. Brothers. Like straight, you understand? Straight blood brothers was hating on him, trying to kill him. Right? That's the spirit we cannot be in. Love your creator and love his people. And it may be a challenge. She may get on your nerves right now. So what? So what? He may get on your nerves right now. But even if so, you still ain't supposed to be over there like, I can't stand that. Right. Still supposed to be like, when we get a chance to rap, we gonna rap. Right. Feel me? And you actually supposed to be praying for him. Yeah, see, that's something else. I ain't praying for that. I ain't praying for him. Yeah. Oh, dang, why not? Why wouldn't you pray for him? Go ahead, Doc.
When you mention a person's name in prayer, it helps you.
Yeah.
It helps you to start having not those negative thoughts or feelings for them, but it helps you to have the positive thoughts and feelings for them. Unless you ask the Most High to take them out, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or not, you know, they deserve whatever you pray, you know. But if you're praying for them, you know, Father God, help me, you know what I'm saying, to love Uriel more, you know. I don't like the way because he cut his dreads off.
Still going off, man. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
As dumb as that.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it helps you because you're saying his name and you're praying to the Most Most High, but whatever, there's something that goes on. You know what I'm saying? In there, in your body, in your spirit, that helps to be changed.
Yeah,
Let's say empathy, and that's what's it? Compassion.
Yeah, yeah. Again, we were talking about last night. If you just repeat to yourself, I love those that hate me.
That's
I
right.
bless those that curse me, and I pray for those that despitefully use me. You actually start feeling better.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you say it in meaning, you start feeling shocks all through your body. Like, whoa,
Deflating that anger.
I like the way that feel.
Right.
You feel me? It's too much. It takes so much energy out of you to hate somebody, man.
Yeah.
It's so much hate. You be like, come on, man. What is?
Tired.
And then you get tired and all that, drained. You feel me? It's better off to do that, and actually, you actually heal better too. You feel me? Go ahead, Rob.
If I could, bro, you know, I would like to add something to what you're saying about the thing how we talk about love those who hate you.
Uh-huh.
You love those who love you too, because the Most High put people in your life to show you love and bless.
Yeah,
Right.
And you still pray for them as well.
no
Right.
doubt.
That's right.
And I know we we are affected by people who hate us and things that there's people in our lives that are blessed, you know, help us out.
Yeah. May the Most High continue to cause His face to shine on them.
Yeah.
You feel me? Sometimes it'd be good just to say a silent prayer for somebody.
Right.
You feel me? Or compliment them.
Yeah.
You can. You ain't gotta be out loud. You feel me? You can be like, man, may the Most High increase dwell. You feel me? May the Most High, bless and rock abundantly. You feel me? We got to get into that because look, we already, especially when we get in arguments or whatever, you already thinking negative.
Right.
You feel me? Challenge yourself to put out a positive vibration.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Or do something for them without them even knowing. You know what I'm saying? Do something for him without even knowing. He go to put his shoes on. It's $200 in that deal. Where that come from? Hey, bro, did you leave something for me? Nah, I ain't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Man, bro, I'm talking about in my shoes. I don't know what you mean.
Right.
Oh, well, I mean, whatever it is, bro, I hope it help you out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like getting that spirit. Getting that spirit right there, bro. You feel me? And we'll start seeing the power of the set apart spirit unlock around it.
Right. That's right.
Go ahead, Doc.
That's a blessing, man. Because like last night, bro, it was just so in my spirit this morning, bro. It's like we need to be at that place, bro, where we showing love to us, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we just show so much hate. Look, like I said, look where it got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to start saying no. We need to start saying love to our own.
A
Yeah.
nation that need help.
Yeah.
Love heals.
Yeah.
They said hate is the weakest emotion.
Hate. Say it again.
They said hate is the weakest emotion.
Hate is the weakest emotion. Hatred. And you in a setup where you think that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tough if I hate that brother. You're actually weak. Wait. Now let's get to Leviticus 19. If y'all get some understanding on the worldwide chat, throw a 7 up in that deal. Throw a 7 up in the worldwide chat if y'all getting some understanding thus far. Shabbat shalom to everybody joining. Shabbat shalom to everybody in attendance.
Shalom.
You feel me? We made the weekly appointment that the Most High put out there. Keep your appointments. Keep his appointments, should I say. You got seasonal appointments, weekly appointments. You got prayer appointments daily. Make your appointments. Make all your doctor's appointments. You go to work on time. You deal with the Most High. Start being more diligent. Feel me? Go ahead, Dewey. You got something to say? You be late. Well, you can't make too much of a habit of that, brother. You know what I'm saying? All right, brother, let's get this. Next, y'all, we in Leviticus 19. Leviticus 19, we're going to read 16 through 18. Leviticus 19, 16 through 18. After that, we go to Galatians 5th chapter. Let's get it.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 16.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people.
You see that? That's a law, y'all. Gossiping is against the Bible. You're breaking the law of God. You're sinning if you're gossiping. You're sinning. Thou shalt not go up and down. Notice it says up and down. That's a person that's just constantly doing this too. You just always gossiping. You always whispering. You're not supposed to go up and down as a talebearer among your people. If that's the spirit that any of us are in, you got to repent and get that together. That's a sin.
Sound like Satan going to and fro.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Satan. Where you coming from, Satan? Going up and down, to and fro of the earth. Right? So then you adopt that same characteristic. Now you up and down. Tail bearing. Come on out.
Verse 16 again. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people. Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Neither shall you stand against the blood of your neighbor. Like being a false witness. You understand? Or in on him when he's down and you just throwing darts at him and stomping him out and all that. It's real easy. It's real easy and cowardly to stomp somebody when they down. Right? Don't stand against the blood of your neighbor, man. That's a sin. Stop that. Right? Somebody fall, you like, yes. That's what he get. He deserved all of it. Like, come on, man. All right, come on out.
I am the Lord. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Do y'all hear that? Right. You are not supposed to hate your brother, a fellow Israelite, in your heart. Not supposed to do that. Your heart is your mind. All right. So that means you got to check your thoughts. That's right. Right? Right. You say, well, brother, I don't hate you, but within your mind, you do. That's the problem. Right. And the Most High, it tell you wicked thoughts are an abomination to the Most High. It's Proverbs 15. Right. Verse 26. A wicked thoughts are an abomination. So your thoughts, you got to check them. Right. If you secretly got hatred and envy in your heart, you feel me? You're sinning. Sinning. That's against the Most High. All right, go ahead.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
See, and that's the part we don't like either. Right? We don't like the rebuking when they come out. And a rebuke is a strong checking. Like, hey man, you going off with that. That's right. Right? It says you supposed to in any wise rebuke your neighbor, so sin won't be upon him. That's our job. When you see your brother or sister going off, you're supposed to check that immediately. Right? We all held to that. Now, what if you don't rebuke them? What is that? That's a sin. Disrespect the person, which is a sin. You scared to tell them. Or you just don't want to tell them or her. I'll see. And look, y'all, these are basic scriptures that we got to get back to and understand. That's right. Right? I know plenty of brothers, again, like I was talking about last night, know all type of scriptures and flipping back and forth. But when it comes to the basics, they don't got it. Right. Go ahead, Mama. Yeah, weird. Yeah. And he told the prophet Ezekiel, you better warn him. And warn him from me. But if you refuse to tell him, I'm going to require that of you. And y'all, I'm not in the business of having y'all blood on my hands. I can't do it. You may be mad at me for a second. I still love you.
You get over it.
You get over it. I still love you. You're going to be mad. You're going to be mad at me. Like, because a checking never feels good. It ain't meant to feel good. It's for you to look at yourself, your ugly self in the mirror and say, you know what, let me get that together. I'm going off. I shouldn't be doing that. Right? And that's right, Mom. If you don't do it, his blood is on your hands. Wow. All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Do y'all hear that? The children of thy people. You ain't supposed to be bearing grudges. Y'all know we do that. Feel me? Hold grudges and all that. If you do it, if you're holding a grudge, you're sinning. Basic scriptures that we forgot. You feel me? You done been in this way of life so long and you done forgot that we ain't supposed to be holding grudges. We not supposed to be tail bearing. We not supposed to be hating. We supposed to actually be rebuking and correcting. That's right. Right? Everything we ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. We walking around here talking about we in the light. We walking abominations. Sowing discord. Doing everything the Most High hate. Got to get that together, y'all. That's right. Got to get that together. Finish the 18 off and then we're going to jump out.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Love your neighbors yourself, right? Right. You're supposed to love your fellow Israelite brother and sister as yourself. Right. Why wouldn't you? Right? If I'm going off, please pull my coat. Hey, man, look, need to rap. That's what's up. We sure do. Right? Because you want somebody, you want somebody to correct you, right? I know I do. Right? What if I was about to run off a cliff or something? Couldn't see because I was blind. Shouldn't you be going? I'm like, you should be fighting to stop me from going off that cliff. You feel me? Like, you going off and dove and grabbed me.
Pull me back.
You feel me? That's just how it is, man. Right? This thing is proactive. It's not you sitting back with your hands in your pockets, just, it's being observant.
Right.
Nah, this is proactive, right? Loving your brothers and sisters 24/7, 365. Check in and check out.
That's right.
That's what it is. You see that? All right, so let's go into Galatians. The children were talking about the fruits of the spirit earlier.
Right.
And y'all at Passover, they gonna throw down on that, boy. They got the right beat now, too.
Yeah.
They're gonna play the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air beat. I'm like, no, turn that off. We good. Put something on to where we can, rock to. Duell want to play. He want the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air beat. I'm like, no, we can't play that up there. You dig? Let's go ahead and play something where we can rock to it. Baby's doing good, man. All praise, all glory, all honor. We're going to verse 14. Galatians 5, we start in verse 14. We're going to read that on out. All right. Something that needs to be understood about our brother Paul. But notice what he quotes right here in this Galatians 5 and 14. Notice this. And the Most High bless your hand, my sister, Amuna Batya. Increase you and cause his face to shine upon you. All right, let's get it done. Yeah, you can go back where you want to go, brother.
Let me know when they're ready.
All right, everybody ready?
That's 9.
Throw a 7 up in the chat. Y'all getting some understanding thus far? Throw a 7 up in the chat. Let's get her done. Let's challenge ourselves to be better than the day before.
That's right.
That means you're growing. If you're not growing, you're dying.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever ain't growing is dying.
Man, you ain't in the light.
Yeah. Messiah ain't come and do all this and then sacrifice himself for you to be slandering and hating your people. No, that ain't what that was about.
Right.
For you to get tight-lipped, I can't stand that. That ain't what this is about, man. And yes, it's gonna be a challenge because we some of the most craziest people in the earth. We are. We are, man. Yeah, all right, let's get it. Galatians 5 and 13.
It says, "For brethren, you have been called unto liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another."
You see that? So don't use this light that you in as an occasion to get carnal. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Focus on loving. Love is power. It's powerful. It's just your definition of love is off. When you hear love, you still being, because we've been raised in Babylon, you hear love, and again, you think of February 14th, you know what I'm saying? Would you be my Valentine, all that madness.
Right.
You dig? But it had, love was the cure and the remedy to resurrect this dead nation. As you knew that, you be like, oh, well, that's power. Love is the solution and key to get this spiritual revolution cracking around here. Love is the key to get our enemies to fall. Believe it or not. I'm saying it again. There would be no neo-Nazis or no KKK or no Darren Wilsons or no Daniel Pentelios that choked out Eric Gardner. There would be no Sandra Bland getting hung in a jail cell. There wouldn't be none. For one, we'd be policing each other. They wouldn't even be allowed to come around us. You see what I'm saying? Because we love one another. That's just what it is. That's the solution and the blueprint. You feel me? For us to take our rightful place back in this earth. Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
And that's, in every other community, they have that. Even so-called Jewish community.
Yeah.
The police can't even go into it. That's, talk to certain people before they go up in it.
Yeah. That's right. And just do whatever, man. That's absolutely right, man. You can just go right here in St. Louis. You can go to I was just over in the Jewish part of U City. You feel me? I mean, they got schools and, you feel me, Hebrew writings all on the schools, and you know what I'm saying? Whole community, like you can't even come over there. You got to go holler at the elders over there. You dig? The China part of town on what is that? Olive and 170. Yeah. That's Chinatown. You feel me? The police can't just come do what they want to do over there. Right. You see? And that's just here in St. Louis. Think about all these international communities.
Right.
You feel me? We are the only ones lacking this discipline and structure. Other nations don't even do that. You don't see other nations on Facebook sneak dissing each other. It's all us.
Right.
It's all us. Everything bad that's happening on social media is us. You don't even see white women doing that. You feel me? White men, they don't even do none of that stuff. That's us. That whole thing was created for us to spy on us. You feel me? To destroy us. It's used as a tool. Right? Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, worked for the CIA. He's an agent for the CIA. Right? And he cut law enforcement so much money. He saved them so much money in investigation and surveillance and all that. All they got to do is, what's his name? Pull him up on Facebook. So now they ain't even got to spend none of their funding, you feel me, to look at us or to know where we at. You all on Facebook going out of town today.
Right. Location.
I'm at Whole Foods. Location on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Number right there, profile. Like, man, you the only people who showing the world your nastiness. You feel me? Or where you're vulnerable at. Right? Why the whole world got to know you was going out of town?
Right.
Why? You feel me? Why the whole world got to know where you shop for your food at?
Right.
Why the whole world got to know what your children look like? You see? Why? What's the point? Because we lust. You understand? There's a lust that we have in us. And it's off. And they done studied us and they like, look, watch this. Watch this. I bet all of them volunteer their information. All of them. And we do.
Crafty counsel.
Crafty counsel. You got some, sister?
Yeah, they have, you know how they have challenges now, like, oh, I bet you want to be your first teacher, or I bet you just offering them all password information to where people can hack your stuff because you're giving away information.
Yeah.
They calling it challenges, like, oh, I bet you remember this, I bet you won't post
Right.
that. You're just giving all this information.
Yeah, because that'll be some of your security questions.
Yep.
Like for your banking and all that. Who was your first teacher? Who was your elementary school? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Ding, ding, ding. Type right on in. Fall right for it, man.
Yeah, they just did one of the 10-year challenge.
Oh, yeah.
The 10, it lets you know, like, they keeping track of how you look from 10 years ago till now. And then it's like with the Facebook and Instagram, everything is face recognition.
There you go.
So me and bro take a picture right now. I don't have to tag his name. I can just make the cursor go over his face, and then it's going to say that's Malachi Maccabee.
Yeah.
So all of it with the facial recognition. So say if you had a Facebook page back then and you took it down, what it is, the 10-year challenge, it just brings that page back up.
Yeah. And that's crazy right there. That's straight CIA psyop, right? And to show again, you know how you aged in progress. You know what I'm saying? Right. Say you became a criminal. You dig, and committed a crime 20 years ago or something. Well, we know what he looked like exactly today. He fell for the 10-year challenge. And we was the only ones on there doing it.
Yep.
Crazy, man. We got to start thinking. All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 14. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this.
Come on.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Now that's powerful right there. You say the whole Torah is fulfilled in this? The entire Bible is about loving your creator and loving his people. And we just read it in Leviticus 19. You should love your neighbors yourself. That's right. Paul just quoted the Old Testament. Wow. Dang, we got a problem around here now. Because if the whole Bible is based off loving your creator and loving his people, and we not doing either, you understand? How can we ever profess to be sons and daughters alike?
Right.
How can we ever profess to be sons and daughters of the Most High? You can't. You're not even keeping basic instruction.
Right.
And it's a challenge, but good. It need to be.
Right.
It need to be a challenge. Whatever's worth keeping is a challenge. All right, come on, now let's get it.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed one of another.
Do you hear that? You biting and devouring one another. Hating. You dig? Loving to see a calamity happen to your people. Loving his downfall. He say, take heed, you'll be consumed.
That's right.
Right? This whole nation will self-destruct if we keep this type of behavior up. That's why we got the right to say that ain't allowed down there. We got every right to do that. You feel me? Hold yourself to a high standard, man. Challenge yourself to be better.
Right.
Because if not, self-destruct in T minus 10 minutes or T minus 10 seconds, this whole thing will be done with.
Right. Now we see why I say that the saints gonna be getting in by the shaving of their teeth.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to do something that's so easy.
Yeah. And that's crazy. Why is it so hard to do what's easy? Why?
These commandments ain't grievous.
That's right. Let's get it.
Verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit,
Mhm.
and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Yeah. So if you keep yourself in the spirit, you won't get carnal. You feel me? You won't fulfill the lust of the flesh. But what does that mean? We're going to keep reading. We're going to get specific. And then if you see any of these characteristic traits on you, it's time to get it right, man.
Right.
Right? Walk in the spirit and you won't fulfill the lusts of the flesh. But that means we have a strong desire to get carnal, a strong desire to hate, a strong desire to show our wrath, a strong desire to be an idolater, to be an adulterer, to be a blasphemer. All of you strongly desire it. But if you walk in the spirit, the fruits of the spirit, you understand? Guess what? That can't conquer you.
Right.
It can't conquer you. All right, come on, now let's get it.
Verse 17. For the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh.
Yeah.
And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do these things that ye would.
Yeah. So you can't even be fence straddling. You can't be like, I'm in the light today, but I'm in darkness tomorrow.
Right.
They contrary. The spirit is contrary to the flesh, meaning they're enemies. They can't dwell within the same spot. Either you're gonna be filled with the spirit or filled with the flesh. Which one?
Right.
Which one? Choose ye this day. All right, come on now.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
But if ye be led of the spirit, you are not under the law.
Oh, see, Paul saying you G, and a lot of so-called Christians use that verse right there. Say we ain't got to. I'm led by the spirit. I'm not under the law.
Right.
We talking about the law of the flesh.
That's right.
The carnal law, being fleshly.
Right.
What he been talking about the whole time? He just told you in verse 14. See, that's how quick we lose focus.
Yep.
Verse 14 says what? Read 14, then read 18.
Verse 14 again. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
So what are you saying? If you feel with the spirit, you ain't got to love your neighbor?
Right.
That's what they would have to be saying.
Right.
That's not what he's saying. He's saying you're not under the law of the flesh if you are led by the spirit of the Most High. The flesh won't have dominion over you. That's all it's saying.
Exactly.
See, so when they one line Paul, you feel me, and then hurry up and use him as an excuse not to keep the commands of the Most High, that's a grave disservice, right? And that's one of the reasons why the non-Messianics don't believe in the New Testament, because people are sound biting Paul. They'll take one of his verses and say, see, what does that mean right there? You're not under the law. If you read him in his entirety, he'd let you know you won't fulfill the lust of the flesh if you are led by the spirit.
That's right.
Because there is a law of the flesh. There is a law of sin.
Right.
Know ye not that you are servants to whoever you obey? He said that in Romans the 6th chapter. So you keeping somebody's law, either the law of the Most High or the law of Satan. So he's not dissing the Torah. He's not telling you you can just do whatever you want to do. He's letting it be known that if you are led by the spirit, you are not under the law of flesh.
That's right.
Right. And as we keep reading, like, what's the law of flesh, brother? That's confusing. All right. Well, let's keep reading.
Verse 18 again.
Come on.
But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Verse 19.
Come
now
on.
the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these.
The works of the flesh are revealed. These are the works of the flesh. These are this is the law that you are not under or has dominion over you if you are led by the spirit.
Right.
So the works of the flesh are revealed, which are these. Come on, now.
Adultery.
Oh,
Fornication.
law breaking. Come on.
Uncleanness. Lasciviousness. Idolatry. Witchcraft.
Oof. A large growing number of us are becoming witches.
Man.
The largest growing religion, the fastest growing religion in America is the Wicca religion. W-I-C-C-A, Wicca. A lot of our women are becoming witches. That's a work of the flesh. You understand? That's straight darkness. You understand? Works of the flesh are manifest, which are these.
Right.
All right, come on now.
Hatred.
Oh, hold on. What?
Hatred.
Hatred is the work of the flesh.
Mm.
Wow. We spend all our time, even in this so-called truth, hating one another. Right? I can't stand how that nigga look over there. Yeah. Hatred. Hatred. When you hear people speaking like that and manifesting that in your mind, you should already know like he's not in the spirit.
Right.
He can't be.
Right.
Wow, that's a work of the flesh. Right? That law of the flesh got dominion over that brother.
Right.
He's spewing hatred. What do you mean? That's all hate. What else?
Variance. Emulation. Wrath.
Come on.
Strife.
Come on.
Sedition.
You talking about fighting? You talking about wrath? You talking about sedition? If you are led by the Spirit, these are the laws that you are not abundant. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now.
Heresies. Verse 21. Envyings. Murders.
Dang, envying. That lead to murder. We read that about Joseph yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Drunkenness. Revelings. And such like.
And everything like it, right? So that means all these have something that's related to it as well. And such like. Come on now.
Of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in the time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
Wow. 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 That's why David said, I'm cutting all that wickedness off from the city of the Most High. That won't be in the city. That what he say, that won't even be allowed to be up in my house. So we have a right to establish order, righteous order, y'all. We do.
Right.
Right. And if we don't establish that, you understand, the nation will self-destruct.
That's right.
The nation will self-destruct. Straight up. All right. Told I rabbi my sister. All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy,
come on,
peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
Against such there is no law. There's no law against you operating the fruits of the Spirit.
Sure.
Right? And that's what it is. If you operating in that, the works of the flesh have no dominion over you. Right? That's the key. That's the solution. And that's the blueprint to this spiritual revolution.
Right.
Right? That's how we unlock the power of the set apart spirit amongst us. Right? But it'll never happen. It will never happen as long as we are claiming we in the truth, knowing what day the Sabbath day is and all that, not eating pork, right? But got all the works of the flesh being manifested. That'll never work, ever. And we gonna miss the mark. We won't even make it to the kingdom, man. But that means you did all this studying, found out who you was and everything, and still miss it. Still miss the mark, man. That's a horrible feeling. That's a horrible feeling. All right. So if I know it's a challenge, but look, learn to love one another, even if y'all got disagreements. Feel me? Love one another. It's all good. Just checking on you. What's up with you? What you want? I just called you to say I love you. What's up? What you doing? You looking at the phone like what? You know what I'm saying? I did was talking crazy about that brother. It's all good, but I'm commanded. We were commanded. Y'all, this is not advice. It's a commandment. We always say love is the keeping of the commandments, right? All right, so that means love is a commandment. Go ahead.
Add to that, and like first testimony, the more you practice that, you know what I'm saying, because you know you're supposed to do it, the more it becomes who you are, and you know what I'm saying, you just operate.
Yeah. Straight up. Practice makes perfect, right? And practice makes perfect. Well, let's practice this. Let's practice what we're supposed to do. And become great in this earth, man. Become great in this earth. Other than that, you'll never, look, until the power is manifested, you'll never be respected. Right? You don't even have representatives at the United Nations. Why? No love. No love. Even our shepherds, our so-called leaders are sellouts. Al Sharpton is on record as an FBI informant. He's on record as a snitch. Al Sharpton. Jesse Jackson set up Martin Luther King, had his hotel room moved upstairs so he could be sniped. Woo.
hatred.
Them brothers still alive. That's a lot of hatred.
Beyond hatred.
You set your mans up to get killed, right? Crazy part is he gets killed less than 24 hours after he basically told you was Israel. I've been to the mountaintop. I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but we as a people gonna get there. That's what happened with Moses. Who was Moses leading? God's people. And he missed it. He missed the mark for what he missed it for. But the whole point was, if you had an ear to hear, you'd have seen that MLK just told us that we were Israel. Right? And I come out of school of thought that talk bad about Martin Luther King coming up. I spent many years dissing MLK. You dig? If you just sit back and examine his life, that man was a threat to this establishment. You understand? He had the fortitude to say stuff a lot of these Israelites scared to say. It's crazy. Do I agree with all his policies? Of course not. Right? But he had never been took out. He would have never been took out if he wasn't a threat. He had the ability to awaken the masses and unite them and point them toward home. That's a threat, right? You got Israelites scared to even do that. You feel me? So, recently my whole mindset about him shifted. Like, man, that man were actually, you feel me? Like, he had ingenuity, skills. Yeah, he was a visionary. You feel me? Do I agree with everything? Of course not. I don't. Malcolm X too. Of course I don't agree with everything. You dig? But he was a threat. He's a threat to this establishment. You feel me? He was a threat to what's going on right now. You see what I'm saying? And for that, I salute. If you saying stuff that people are scared to even say today, Shabbat Shalom, my sister.
Shalom, sister.
How art thou? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. All praise. You dig? But yeah, the man was a threat. The man was a threat, and he was taken out. And less than 24 hours after he told you that you was Israel. You feel me? And set up by his mans. They moved his hotel up on the second floor so the sniper could get a clear shot up. You see? So all our leaders are sold out and everything, man. No love. No love. All right, come on. We in Galatians 5 and what?
24. Verse 24. And they that are Hamashiachs have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts.
Yeah, you feel me? If you down with Messiah, you didn't crucify the flesh. You didn't crucify the works of the flesh we just read about.
Right.
With the affections and lusts thereof. Come on now.
Verse 25.
Yeah.
If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit.
You claim to be in the spirit. You claim to be spiritual. Filled with the set apart spirit. We'll walk in it.
Yes, sir.
There has to be action behind what you're saying. All right? Prove it. Prove that you operate in the fruits of the spirit. It ain't good enough just to know it. Now we got to apply it. All right? Come on now.
Let us not be desirous of vainglory.
Right.
Provoking one another. Envying one another.
See, let us not be desirous of vainglory. Right? Look at me. Look at me. Some people, just personally speaking, I don't even like the camera. I know certain things got to get done.
That's right.
Some people love the limelight.
Yeah.
I know certain work got to get done. I don't even like the camera. Can't stand it, actually.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I know certain people. I know the masses need to be reaching. That's just one of the tools that, you understand? But if it can get done without that, I'm all for it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But certain people have a strong lust to be seen. You understand? If that's what it is. That's a person that's desirous of vainglory. You feel me? Provoking one another or envying one another. All right. So look, let's drop that real quick. Let's do James real quick. James chapter 4. Read 1 through 12. James 5, 7 through 9. Let's get to the story of King David. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Y'all get some understanding so far on the World Wide Web. Throw a 7 up in the chat. Let's get it done. Good to see y'all in the building today. Dang. It's the Shabbat day. We supposed to be out in this deal. Most High allowed us to make it to another Sabbath. Yeah, claiming you got the Holy Spirit. Yeah, this ain't Sunday church up in here, brother. This ain't Sunday church up in here, brother. But we all supposed to be out. You know what I'm saying? All praises. All right, we're going to James. Next scripture we're going to, y'all, is James, the 4th chapter. We're gonna read 1 through 12, and then we're gonna go to the next chapter in James, and chapter 5, 7 through 9. And then let's get into this, man, because the brother King David was hated by his predecessor. Grab that door out. Brother King David was hated by his predecessor, King Saul. You feel me? Shabbat shalom. All praises. How y'all doing? Everybody out good? Blessings, blessings. Shabbat shalom. Blessings to y'all. Y'all come on in. Make yourselves at home. All praises, all glory, all honor. Let's get her done. All right, y'all, in the book of James, chapter 5. Chapter 4, my bad. Chapter 4, 1 through 2.
James chapter 4, verse 1. Mm-hmm. From whence come wars and fighting among you?
So notice he's talking about wars amongst the believers. Like, how are we all believers and there's wars and fighting amongst us? He asking, it's a question. Where'd that come from? I thought all y'all was in the spirit. But what's all this arguing and, cussing each other out and disrespecting one another? What's up with that?
Come they not hence even of your lust, that war in your members.
He say the wars and the fightings come of your lust. That war in your members, meaning you got a desire. You got demons on you. You got a desire to war and fight amongst your brothers. I know brothers like that. You feel me? Toxic. Every time you're around them, it's some type of an argument, a fight almost break out. You feel me? And he's asking from whence come it? Well, it's the lust within your own mind. You understand? You got a strong desire to fight amongst the true believers. That's right. Right? We in James chapter 4, y'all. James, the 4th chapter. We read 1 through 12. The name of the class is the evil spirits of anger and hatred. It's part 3. All right. So start back at verse 1 for me, y'all. Wait till sisters and them get there. Okay. So we y'all can follow along. We tarry for y'all. It's all good. Right. It's all good, And the Most High bless. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, let me get this real quick. Yep. Let me know. Y'all give a Yahoo when y'all get there. So Yahoo. Oh, good. All right, we good? Good. Everybody there? Hold on. Let's sis get there. It's all good. Take your time. We here for you. All right, bang. I'm gonna try my phone going off. Yes, sir. Bang, bang, bang. I'm talking crazy. I ain't even there. Let me know you there. Give me Yahoo when you get there, sis. You there? Yahoo, you there? All right. Making sure. All right, let's get her done.
James chapter 4, verse 1.
Yeah.
From whence comes wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence? Yeah, come they not hence, even of your lust, that wars in your members.
Yeah, so if it's fighting amongst the assembly or fighting amongst the nation, you understand? There's a lust in your members or your mind to hate your brothers and sisters. That's all it is. You feel me? And as we read yesterday, these spirits come from the right hand of Satan, from his chief prince named Bel-Er. He got a prince named Bel-Er. You feel me? That's exactly where the spirits of anger, hatred, depression, envy, all that come from him, right? So if we're fighting amongst each other, Facebooking or not, if we fighting amongst each other, gossiping, slandering, that's because there's a demon in our mind or lust, you feel me, to actually do that. That's where it come from. All right, come on, now let's get it.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Ye lust and have not. Ye kill.
Ye what?
You kill.
Dang. You kill and what?
And desire to have. And cannot obtain. Ye fight in war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not.
Yeah, meaning we can't even get where we need to be as an assembly or a nation. You understand? Because we operate in what's called the works of the flesh. Just read it in Galatians. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing successfully. The Most High is not finna back that. He ain't finna allow his spirit to run through her, and it's all hatred, envy, jealousy, backbiting. You ain't finna allow that. You're gonna stay unorganized, you feel me, and unsuccessful. We'll never get anywhere. That's what he's talking about, right? Let's get it.
Verse 3.
Go ahead. Yeah, you had rebellion, Dathan, Korah in them. You had Moses and Aaron in them. Big, and Moses told him, he drew a line. Choose a side, right? And the Most High opened the earth and swallowed. And the crazy part about it, it was men that rebelled, but their entire households had to go with them too. So let that be a word of warning. Men, we got to lead, man. You feel me? You go off, it can affect your entire household. Like why their women and children died with them. You see? That means we got to be circumspect. We got to know exactly what we doing. The orders we giving and all that. You understand? Because their entire household, their wives and children went down with them. And it was only the men that rebelled. Right. You feel me? The Most High is holding us accountable. All right, come on, knock, let's get it.
Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust.
You're asking for the wrong reasons anyway. You're not trying to get or gain something and be successful for a righteous intention. Yeah, your mind in the wrong place. Right. It is. Right? Most High mess around and bless us with something, and we got all type of envy, hatred, and strife amongst us, and that deal will fall tomorrow. Feel me? Because you ain't ready for it. Why you ain't ready for it? Too much hatred, too much envy, anger, jealousy. It'll never happen. And you're not about to blaspheme his name. You know what I'm saying? Like he blessing and you running around here hating. No. Oh, no. Stay on where you at. Stay on where you at. You'll never rise like that. All right, come on, let's get it.
Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
See, because that's a worldly spirit, right? The backbiting, the devouring, the hatred, the envy, right? He said, don't you know that friendship with the world, taking on them type of spirits, is enmity with the Most High, meaning you in opposition to God. He ain't dealing with that. He command his people to love one another. That's flat out point, period. A lot of people don't like it, but so what? It's the truth, right? If you working around here in works of the flesh, like what we just read about, you are an enemy of the Most High. Period, point blank. All right, come on, Doc.
Whosoever, therefore, will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yah.
You see that? If you a friend of the world, if you into all these works of the flesh, if you backbiting, devouring, whatever you're doing, you are an enemy of the Most High. Period. That's them scriptures a lot of people don't want to deal with. Because it calls you to look yourself in the face in the mirror and say, I got a lot to work on. I got to work on that. You feel me? You feel me? I just talked crazy. I just had road rage the other day. Cussed the old boy out as I was pulling off the lot. Yeah. Right? Somebody sideswiped me almost. You effing shiftless, flat back. You be like, dang. Yeah, you know. I mean, whatever you all say today. I don't. Whatever y'all say, I don't know. No, I'm just saying. You feel me? Road rage or something else. A lot of us got that bad. Since when road rage been the end thing? Right. Like, you feel me? We brag about our road rage today, man. You don't mess with me because I got road rage. You, sister, you need to work on that.
Right.
You feel me? About it, right? And let the window down, threw a soda at the truck. You like, look, we on the highway. What are you doing? Right. And y'all know today everybody's strapped too.
Oh, yeah.
You better watch yourself, man. Feel me? Look up and be sent to the judgment real quick, all over road rage. Or sitting in jail, like we said last night, in a cell not even half the size of this table. You feel me? Watching the next man use the bathroom for the rest of your life. Stop that, man. You gonna wonder, was any of that worth it? Nah, it wasn't worth it. The devil got to bend you. You feel me? And you didn't have the discipline and the order to check yourself, to hold yourself accountable. You feel me? All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 5. Do you think that the scripture said in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us lusted to envy?
Yeah, that's because you're carnal. You feel me? You into all the backbiting. So that means you got to lust to envy. The envy is a jealousy spirit. Right. right? Come right from the right hand of the devil. Come on, now.
But he giveth more grace, wherefore he said, God resists the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Yeah, the humble. You feel me? Somebody that's lowly. Right? Not nobody I heard, bragging about their road rage, hate-filled, envious. The Most High give grace to the humble.
Right.
You understand? It's a challenge to be humble at times, but man, make sure you humble. Keep your head down. Yeah. Yeah, get it done. Because you want the Most High's grace, don't you? Noah found grace. I'll show you how real that is. The entire earth got flooded, and the Most High spared 8 people and some animals. Noah found grace because he was obedient and humble. So grace is something you need, don't you?
Yeah,
Most High brings some destruction around here. Don't you want to be preserved? Well, he's only preserving the humble. Right? Not somebody like I know the Most High dealing with me. I know he got this. You better watch your mouth. Right. Watch your mouth. You feel me? The Most High ain't got to do nothing for you. You feel me? He actually can take your life whenever. And there's nobody that can check him over it. Nobody. He take 250,000 souls every day. That's the stats. 250,000 people die daily. That's the Most High that decreed that. Right? So he take so you got the nerve to be puffed up at the creator who actually ordains 250,000 people to die every day. You should be trembling at that. Like, man, I know my number up in there somewhere, but I pray it ain't today. Right? I hope he don't cash my chips in today. You feel me? Come on, Doc, let's get it.
Verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to Yah.
Yeah.
Resist the devil.
Do what?
Resist the devil.
Yeah, resist them. When you're feeling hateful, when you're feeling vengeance, when you're feeling all that, you got to resist that. That's the devil tempting you to be evil, to go off.
That's right.
Get behind me, Satan. No murderer getting to the kingdom. Get behind me, devil. You understand? Sometimes you got to say that repeatedly, and you'll see that desire leave. You understand? That's what the Christ did. When he was tempted, he quoted scripture.
Right.
He quoted scripture, and the devil eventually tucked his tail and left. That's how you did that. That's how you cut him. You can't smack the devil with your physical hand. You can't shoot him with your gun. But you can use this spiritual sword called the scriptures and cut him. Right? And if you repeat these scriptures, you feel me? Eventually that desire leaves your mind. Right. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you something I just read from experience.
Right. Yeah, bro.
All right. So who gonna apply it? Learn to apply it. All right, come on now.
And he will flee from you.
And he will what?
Flee from you.
The devil will run from you if you resist him. Right? These are Melchizedek mysteries, spiritual jewels. How we miss all this? How we miss all this? You've been in truth 20 plus years and missed that. If you resist the devil, he ain't gonna just walk away from you. He's going to flee. He gonna flee from you. Come on out.
Draw nigh unto Yah, and he will draw unto you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter turn to mourning and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up.
Come on.
Speak not evil one of another.
Do y'all hear that? The scriptures say, speak not evil one of another. That's a command. That's a command. You don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. Speak not evil one of another. You're not supposed to be doing that. You feel me? Especially us that profess that we in this truth. But so we speaking evil of one another, tight-lipping. You know what I'm saying? Whispering. Stop that, man. All right, come on.
Brethren, he that speaketh evil of his brother and judgeth his brother, speaketh evil of the law.
Oh, so trip off that. If you speaking evil of one another, now you speaking evil of the Most High's law. Those that despise his word shall be what? It says in the Bible, destroyed.
Yeah.
When you speak evil of your fellow brother and sister, you speaking evil of the Most High's law, which means you despise his law. And Proverbs 13:13 says, if you despise the word, you will be destroyed.
Right.
Dang. Wow.
You ain't gonna die, you can be destroyed.
Yeah, destroyed. Go ahead, sister.
That means we in the walk, we're not supposed to confirm one over another.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Or just speaking evil, period. You did. Like, you know how easy it is. You know, you've been around long enough, and we all guilty of that. You done spoke evil in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or at some point against somebody. Yeah. 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 That's how we're supposed to be. Because you don't want to be someone that despises the word of the Most High. Right. Proverbs 13:13 says you'll be destroyed. Right? Like, we need to know that's going to make us hold ourselves to a high standard. That's going to make us check ourselves. Like, hold on, let me shut my mouth. Right. You feel me? I don't want to be destroyed by the Most High for talking evil about this brother or this sister right here. Let me get myself together. All right, come on, let's get it.
And judges the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge.
Come on.
Verse 12. There is one lawgiver.
Come on.
Who is able to save and to destroy.
That's the Most High God. Only one lawgiver. What you doing talking about something you speaking evil? There's only one lawgiver who's able to save and destroy. Come on,
Who art thou that judges another?
All right, jump over to chapter 5 real quick, 2 verses, 7 through 9, and let's get into this 1 Samuel. Let's read about Saul's hatred for David. Shabbat shalom, Judah Moshe in Israel. What's going on, Hebrew? Hallelujah, brother. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, bro.
Say James chapter 5.
James 5, 7 through 9.
7 through 9. We all there? Everybody ready?
Yeah, we all good.
All right, James chapter 5, verse 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain.
Come on.
Be ye also patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh.
And the coming of the Lord, the coming of our master draws near.
Right.
Right. Be patient. Establish your heart. All right. Let me finish. I'm coming to you. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Grudge not one against another.
There it go right there. Say it again. Grudge not one against another. Stop grudging. Feel me? Stop gossiping. Stop envying. Stop hating. We'll never take our rightful place in this earth like that. Ever. All right, come on.
Brethren, lest ye be condemned.
Lest ye be saved.
Lest ye be condemned.
Grudging is going to get you a one-way ticket to being condemned. Right? That's against the law again. If you're doing that, you're sinning. Leviticus the 19th chapter.
Over here.
You dig? You're sinning if you're doing that. All right, come on out.
Behold, the judge standeth before the door.
The judge standeth before the door. So these are basic, fundamental scriptures that we must relearn.
Right.
You feel me? Because this is not being displayed nationwide. You feel me? We are a nation of people, and it's not being displayed. Israel is plagued. Hatred, envy, murder, grudging, tail bearing, backbiting, devouring, and everywhere we read, you will be destroyed for it. This whole nation is self-destruct if we don't check this right now. Right? So challenge yourself. All right? That's just what it is. All right? God, sis had her hand up first, and I'm coming to you. Go ahead, sis.
Does that mean like position our hearts, like keep it humble? Or?
For sure, but establishing something. You feel me? Like say you built this building right here, and it say established in. You feel me? Like you basically setting up or establishing what it is. Establish your hearts. In other words, don't be shaky with it or double-minded.
When I think about that, I think about the friends that were like I pray those, so let me let my heart, then I reflect that.
Why you can't wear no friends? What you mean?
I mean, I'm not saying I can't, but
you can put you a dress. You can put a dress on and throw you. Yeah. Yeah. You can put you a dress on, throw you some fringes on. She going off, ain't she, Judah? What she doing, man? Hey, man. Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, that brother right there and his wives and them, they sew. So, you know what I'm saying? We need to go ahead and get that cracking because we encourage our sisters to put on dresses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Put y'all some dresses on and, embrace y'all femininity. Get your coordinating on. The head wraps with the earrings, with the, that feminine stuff y'all do. It looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. But yes, you're supposed to have the laws within your mind at all times, period. Right. Whether you male or female. You feel me? But yes, you can. Yeah, it's all good. All right, so you say what, bro? All right, so look, let's get there. 1 Samuel 15. All right, y'all, we about to go over the evil hatred that King Saul had for King David. We about to go over Saul and how he lost his throne. How he lost his throne. 1 Samuel, 1 Samuel 15 chapter. We're gonna go 15. We gonna read. We're gonna read.
Bring it out, brother.
We gonna read. We gonna read today, baby. As 1 Samuel 15, Samuel was who know who Samuel was? By show of hands. Who was Samuel the prophet? He was a prophet. I can't answer. I mean, go look deep.
His mother was a first and second wife of another man. She didn't have no children. One of the wives used to be like, you know, be with women, you know, and I have babies and you don't. And so when she prayed to the Most High, she said that she go give up her son. You know what I'm saying? If she has a child, she go offer it to him, to the Most High, not in no sacrifice, but as a
dedication,
as a servant, dedicated as a servant, or whatever the case may be. So eventually, she had a son, and Samuel, and she gave him to the priest, and then she had more children.
That's right. That's right. Samuel was a Hebrew prophet. Samuel was a Hebrew prophet. You understand? One of the great prophets in the Bible. All right, shalom, Shabbat shalom. Welcome, my sister. It's all good. You know what I mean? Father had it, you know, that welcoming spirit up in this deal. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. All good. It's the Shabbat day, baby. All right, so we about to start this in 1 Samuel 15 chapter. Samuel was a prophet, but Samuel wasn't no joke either. You feel me? He was a serious man. You feel me? Right. And he was all the way down with the Most High. He was beyond serious. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when he made his circuit, a lot of people used to get scared because they knew he was here to judge, bring some judgment to the matter. Like, man, what you doing here? You know what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? So that man was a serious man when it came down to doing the work of the Most High, right? Was up in the temple, you know what I'm saying, dedicated to the Most High, young, and he heard the Most High speaking to him. You know what I'm saying? Samuel said up, Samuel, here am I. He answered the call. So if the Most High called you, you should be saying the same thing. Here I am. Here I am. I'm ready to work. Right. All right. Samuel answered the call. Let's get it done. 1 Samuel the 15th chapter. 1 Samuel chapter 15. Start at verse 1.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord.
Right. There were always prophets that would keep a king in check. Right. Saul's the king. Saul is the king, but Samuel was the prophet who the Most High dealt with directly. Right. So he would have to hey, hear the word of the Most High. Right. I anointed you king. It's time for you to listen to these words of wisdom. All right, go ahead.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt.
Now this is powerful because it lets you know the Most High has never forgotten what any of our enemies have done to us. Right. When you coming out of Egypt, we were in the wilderness. Amalek, which is a grandson of Esau, you dig? They ain't treat us right. They didn't do what they were supposed to do to the Most High's chosen people. Right. Now remember what the Most High told Abraham: I'm gonna bless those that bless you, and I'm gonna curse those that curse you. Right. So years later, you feel me? The Most High, like, you know what? I remember that. Right? It's time for you to go handle them. Right? They got to answer for what they did to my people. Right? I mean, same thing here, y'all. Right? When you're done talking, great atrocities have happened to this people. 400 years. You done talking, and the Most High has never forgotten that. Judgment must come. You understand? So don't you be all in your feelings like, why? It's serious. It's a serious thing. You understand? Whoever done got it, the Most High's people will tell you in the Bible that he that touched you touched the apple of my eye. It's like they be poking the Most High in his eye. You are his people, and he love y'all, man. He love us. Remember that, and he ain't never forgot. what any of these other nations have done to us. So this is one example. Somebody said, well, how you know your guy go? Well, let's read. We can go one spot, we can go to his 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter, and many other spots. This is a spot where some Edomites, you understand, because Amalek is the grandson of Esau. Right. Where some Edomites actually, you understand, did some horrible atrocities to us, didn't look out for us. The Most High remembered. Yeah. Now it's time for the hit to come down. So he tells Saul, like, look, you the king. I anointed you king, right? So now it's time to repay Amalek for what they did to my people. All right? Job done. What happened? Let's get it. All this is leading up to David. All right, go ahead.
Verse 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have.
Now, it's about that. Everybody be talking about the commandments of the Most High, but when it come down to executing judgments, now we start fence strapping. The command for Saul was to utterly destroy them. They did my people wrong. Judgment must come behind it. It's the command he gave the king. Right? So the king wasn't in a position to say, you know, dang, one of them my friends. Right? That look, the judgment of the Most High is perfect. It's righteous, you dig? So that's why I tell you not to respect the persons. Don't respect any persons. Right. Don't respect the person of the mighty or the poor. Right? Just because that's your friend or your loved one don't mean nothing to the Most High. Right? His judgment must be executed. So he tells Saul, utterly destroy them. Right? And look, some of this stuff you're gonna read may not sit well with you. You feel me? But check yourself. Right. You feel me? You rather be on the right side of this judgment, not the wrong side. What you saying? You want to switch spots with him? Of course not. No, you don't want to switch spots with him. You see? Thank the Most High that he fights our wars for us. Thank him for that. Right? Because ain't nobody else doing it. You feel me? You look up like, dang, that ain't fair. Well, who else is standing up for us? Right. Who else gonna stand up and, you know what I'm saying, revenge all the rape, the hanging, the castration? You know what I'm saying? Any other wickedness that didn't happen to us by these other nations. I'm talking about total destruction of us, man. I forgot who we are and everything, man. Families scattered and tore apart. You feel me? Gator bait. Y'all know about gator bait, don't you? They used to straight take our babies, man, these precious babies, and use them as bait to catch alligators. That's where you get your gators from. People got gators on. They use babies to catch them back in the day, down in Florida. You think the Most High forgot that? No. So when judgment come, what are you all like, oh, no, that's not fair? Look, go sit down somewhere. You understand? Before you make the Most High angry. Thank the Most High, you're on the right side of this thing. All praises. Come on, let's get it.
And spur them not.
And do what?
And spur them not.
Don't even spur them. Come on.
But slay both man and woman.
Oh.
Infant and suckling.
Oh, man.
Ox and sheep.
He say destroy everything. Now, trip off this. It may sound harsh to those that's listening right now, but why wasn't it harsh when this was done to us?
Right.
Nobody said anything.
That's right.
You are actually told to forget about it. But go get over slavery. Get over it. It's okay.
Help make America great.
Yeah. And they even changing in some of the textbooks. They taking slavery out the textbooks and saying we were indentured servants.
Yep.
Like we got paid for this. Yeah, set free. Like, look, stop it. You feel me? Anything to duck the judgment of the Most High.
Right.
You feel me? So right now is a good time to be understanding who we are, to understand who our God is. You feel me? And to get in good graces with him.
That's all we got.
You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody else gonna stand up for you. All your leaders done sold out. All your leaders work for your oppressors. Ain't nobody standing up. So we need our God to fight for us.
That's right.
All right, come on, Knock, let's get it.
Camel and ass. Verse 4. And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Talium, 200,000 footmen and 10,000 men of Judah.
That's right. Come on.
And Saul came to a city of Amalek and laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto the Canaanites, go, depart, get you down from amongst the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye showed kindness to all the people of Israel, all the children of Israel, when they came up out of Egypt. So the Canaanites departed from amongst the Amalekites. And Saul smote an Amalekite from Haviah until thou comest to shore that is over against Egypt.
Sound like Saul handling his business. Sound like he went to war. It sound like he's being obedient right now.
Laying down everything.
He went to war. War is ugly business. War is messy. But I mean, don't wars get fought? Right? Why are you not complaining about the U.S. occupying Iraq? Why are you not complaining about the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Why you ain't complaining about that? When we get into the Bible and start reading about wars, and then we're like, oh no, not my Jesus. No. Not my sweet Jesus. You feel me? Well, why are you not complaining about the wars that your country right now is perpetrating all over the earth in an attempt to spread democracy? Yeah, man, we became double-minded in this thing. We're not balanced at all, right? Either we got too much wrath or we got too much mercy. We're not balanced, right? All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 8, and he took Agag, the king of Amalek, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
Come on.
But Saul and the people spared Agag.
Hold on. So he wasn't all the way with the command the Most High gave him. He said utterly destroy everything, everyone and everything. Right? Saul did not have the authority to spare Agag, the king. He didn't have the authority to do that. You see? Oh, but because that was his friend. You gotta be careful of that, man. Yeah, that just because that's your loved one or your friend. If you in a position like Saul, right, and the order come out for you to handle your business, then that got to get done. Right. You can't partially execute the Most High's word. What are you doing?
Right.
All right, come on, Hop.
And the best of the sheep, and the oxen, and of the fatlings, and the lambs, and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile, and refused that they destroyed others.
So he ain't only spared Agag, he spared all the good lamb,
all the food.
All this, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, don't. That's a good fatted lamb right there. There's a lot of succulent meat on there. I need that. See? Then partial obedience is still disobedience, y'all. Still disobedience. This is how this man lost his throne and the Most High raised King David up. All right, come on.
Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, it repented me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he has turned back from following me, and have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night.
Most I say, it repented me, meaning I'm turning back from even anointing this man as king. He ain't keep my command. You see? So you not keeping the command could cause you to lose your kingdom, lose your throne, right? You may look at it like it's harsh, but I mean, it's serious in the eyes of the Most High. This is beyond serious. He lost his kingdom behind it. He lost his throne behind this, right? And Samuel, because Samuel anointed him, right? He was grieved behind it because he actually loved Saul. Right? He did. Like, dang, boy, the Most High and straight rejected you as king. Ain't nothing I can do. It don't even matter that I'm cool with you. You see, you being cool with somebody don't mean the judgment of the Most High change. You being close with somebody don't mean the judgment of the Most High change. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set him up a place and is gone about and pass on and go down by Gilgal. Verse 13, and Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, blessed be thou, O Lord, I have performed the commandment of the Lord.
True about this. Over here lying. Blessed be thou. You know what I'm saying? I performed the commandments of Yahweh. I just performed it. But in his mind, he know he lying.
Right.
Because the command was utterly destroy everyone and everything. Right? But you spared your homeboy and the good flock.
Like the Lord ain't gonna see.
Yeah. Like, so what are you doing? Talking about you don't perform the commandment. Trying to hide something, huh? Right. If you doing, in other words, if you doing what the Most High called you to do, ain't no reason to even open your mouth about it. You understand? It's evident you didn't keep the command of the Most High. All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 14, and Samuel said, what meanest then this bleating of the sheep in mine ear.
And what are these sheep doing bleating? I heard sheep. I shouldn't hear not one sheep. I heard sheep. Right? What else?
And the lowing of the oxen which I heard.
Come on.
And Saul said, they have brought them down from Amalekites.
From the Amalekites.
Sorry, family. For the people spare the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God, and the rest we have utterly destroyed.
So he thinking just because he a sacrifice to the Most High that he cool, right? But he didn't obey. Yeah. He came up with a way to justify. So he thought.
Right. So he thought.
He had an explanation. There are no excuses, just only explanation. And that don't even mean that's gonna hold up. Right? Come on, Knock, let's get it.
Then Samuel said unto Saul, stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord hath said to me this night. And he said unto him, say on. And Samuel said, when thou was a little in thy own sight, wast thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel, and the Lord anointed thee king over Israel?
That's right. Come on.
And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
Right.
Wherefore, then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord. And Saul said unto Samuel, yeah, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone with the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal. Verse 22, and Samuel said, have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord?
Good question. What are you doing?
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
It's better you keep the commandment than something got to die.
Right.
It's better you keep the command. Yep. Flat out. Go ahead, Op.
Verse 23.
But I need to see Saul when he put it on the people. He said the people that
Right.
You know, kind of like what Adam and Eve did. You know, the man, the woman, and thus forth. So when we go inside our brains and we start when we about to commit sin, we always put an excuse onto it. Before we put the sin, before we act out the sin, we put an excuse on it. Whereas, you know, we tell ourselves that excuse, and then if anybody asks, you know, we got an excuse to give them.
It's already practiced.
And things that
a premeditated excuse.
No doubt.
Yeah. You prove. Find an excuse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy right there, man. Like you already premeditate a loophole.
Right.
Premeditate an excuse for you not fully doing what you're supposed to do. That's the case. You need to get that out your mind.
Exactly.
All right. Go ahead, sis.
Found off what the brother said. I've been looking at that. The way the serpent beguiled Eve. You know, I'm looking at it from the perspective of being raised by a single mother who always told you don't need a man for nothing. You can be your own woman and all of that independent feminism mess that divides. Speaking from that perspective, Eve only knew two voices, Adam and the Most High. How did he get in her head like that?
How does the Most High get in any of our head?
No,
I mean, I'm Most High the serpent. I mean, how does the serpent get in any of our head? Right? Wow. There's an option. There's an option presented, and it looks so much more glorious. Right? Play on our senses.
I be feeling like I'm hopeless because of, you know, what I know from being what feels natural, you know, not feelings, but, you know, just trusting my instinct. Because I'm a single mother. I'm here by myself. I'm always self-reliant. That could potentially be a spirit in Proverbs 3:5. If I don't lean to my trust in him, if and when I lean to my own understanding, I get tricked up like he.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah. I mean, look, it ain't just for the women and men too.
Right.
We ain't supposed to be leaning to our own understanding.
That's right.
That's why it behooves us to stay in these scriptures. You feel me? And we subject ourselves to what the scriptures say. You feel me? You have to. If not, you'll be doing this. The people did it. And then trip off this. He the king. What do you mean the people did it? You lead the people. So as if you was going to be able to tell Yahweh's prophet, hey, yeah, the people did that. That ain't me. I didn't do it. It was the people that. I mean, you're the king.
Like Pilate did.
Yeah. You give the order, they gonna follow. Yeah. No excuse. All right. Come on, let's get it.
Verse 23.
Yeah.
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
If you rebel against the Most High, you might as well be a witch. You might as well be a witch, man. Rebelling against the Most High, you might as well be a practicing witch. What else, Doc?
And stubbornness is a iniquity and idolatry.
It's idolatry.
Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord. He has also rejected thee from being king.
Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? Because he rebelled against the Most High and was partially obedient. It was considered rebellion and stubbornness, right? Stubbornness is idolatry. You might as well be worshiping another God. I'll be worshiping another God. Rebellion is a witchcraft. You might be a practicing witch.
Right.
We have to fully execute what the Most High has commanded us to do. And as we see, there are no excuses, right? Even if you got good intentions behind it. He could have had good intentions. You understand? But no, really, the Most High probably really meant it like this. Get that out your mind too. He told you straightway what to do, right? Take yourself out of it. The prophet in 1 Kings 13 we read the other day. He halfway finished the job. Most High told him, don't eat nothing, don't drink nothing, and do not go back the same way you came. Some cat rode up on him and told him, look, I'm a prophet too. An angel told me to tell you, come to my house. And he went. And the scriptures say the man that told him that lied to him. And as this man was sitting down eating, the Most High used the man that lied to him and spoke to him and told him, you understand? Just because you did this, you won't come to your spoke of your fathers. You feel me? He got up and left and a lion devoured him. Yeah, that we have to learn to take ourselves out of it.
Right.
Remove yourself about it. Like, stop leaning to your own opinion. Just do what you commanded to do. It's much easier just to follow orders. Right? Once we get that in our mind, then we'll be better off. As long as we try to you gonna convince the Most High or like try to figure his mind out. He probably meant this. Right? He said this, but he probably meant this. That's the wrong spirit to be in. Right. Because it's gonna have you partially obeying, and partial obedience is still disobedience. Go ahead, Mom. It is. Yeah. It is doubt. You don't really believe what you were commanded to do. You feel me? So if that's the case, then that's a lack of faith. Right. It's doubt. It's all the above. And the avalanche is downhill. Right? So he just because of this, he was rejected from being king. And the Most High had to raise up another king. Y'all see that? So that was major right there. That's the wisdom we get out of this. Make sure you obey. Don't be partially obedient. Obey. Just like you expect your children. You don't let your children go to school. Like, sure, they go to school, right? You expect them to act right every day. Right. You don't say, well, you can act right today. Go for 4 days. And on Friday, you can act like however you want to act. Do you ever tell your children that? Don't you expect your children to act right all the time? Now, how can that be your order and expectation, but not the Most High? Exactly. Like, how can you expect that from your children? All obedience all the time. Well, how can you expect that and not be willing to get that to Yahweh, like the sister just said? See? Right? I love it how the Most I got to set up. We know it ain't no excuses. Right? Yeah. Yeah. You see that? Trip off that, man. You actually commit or pronounce this judgment all the time with your children. You better go to school and act right every day. Right? Every day. You say, what's it? Yeah, you gonna have to holler. There's punishment coming behind it. Well, how can we expect that but not expect it from the Father? See, we're going off. Get ourselves together. All right. All right. Look, we can jump down. We can jump after that. The whole point was Saul was rejected from being king. All right, that's the whole point. Let's go to 1 Samuel, the 16th chapter, one chapter over. Let's go to chapter 16, and let's read about the anointing of David. All right, so the Most High took the spirit from Saul, rejected him as king. He did. Now that there has to be another king in place of Saul to lead Israel. There has to be another king now. All right, and this is how King David ended up rising up to become king, because the king before him went off. And David was from the tribe of Judah, Saul was from the tribe of Benjamin. All right. And all of this is leading up to the Messiah coming through the tribe of Judah, through David, as the prophecies would say.
Right.
So all these events had to happen.
God's plan.
You know what I'm saying? It was all in the plan. You feel me? It's just how you get there is what people got a problem with. It's the in-between stuff, the bumpy road. But the end game was for Christ, the Messiah, to rule. Right, and he had to come out the tribe of Judah, and he had to descend from King David. Had to. That's the prophecy on it. You see what I'm saying? So if the first king of Israel is a Benjamite, then he gonna lose his throne. That's the end game. Like, I mean, if you just look at it and say, okay, well, the prophecy is that the Messiah would have come out of Judah. That's Genesis the 49th chapter. Shiloh. All right. Well, if the first king of Israel was out the tribe of Benjamin, then something would have to happen for him to lose his throne. Yeah. See that? So with all the in-between stuff is what our people got a problem with. So let's get over to chapter 16. Now we're talking about David. Start at one.
Yeah, 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 1.
Yeah.
It says, and the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul?
You see that? Because Samuel loved Saul. Did. But Yahweh was like, stop crying. Wipe your face off. I already rejected him. Yeah, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What are you actually doing around here?
Right.
Showing you the Most High. Like, look, it don't matter. He ain't true about this. Samuel was the Most High's man. He dealt with Samuel. But even though he was his man's, you know what I'm saying, had a special spot in his heart, him crying over Saul wasn't going to change nothing. When the Most High's judgment is set, it's set. And there ain't nobody can do nothing. Like, come on, Lord, change your mind. Come on. Saul was 75% good. Nah. No. Ain't no. Yeah. Right. Think they gonna get a different answer. I said what I said. Wipe your face off. Come on. Come on, now let's get it.
Seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel, fill thine horn with oil and go. I will send thee to Jesse, the Bethlehemite. For I have provided me a king among his sons.
Wow. You see that? So he telling Saul, but fill your horn with oil, that olive oil, that's what it's used for anointing. And go to Bethlehem, go to Jesse. Now that's beautiful because Messiah was born in Bethlehem. Like the prophecy said, Micah the 5th chapter. All right. Go to Bethlehem. Fill your horn with oil. It's time for you to anoint another king. One of the sons of Jesse. All right, come on out.
Verse 2. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul heard, he will kill me. And the Lord said, take an heifer with thee and say, I am come to sacrifice to the Lord.
Yeah, so even though Samuel was the prophet, Saul still was king and had authority to kill. Right? So if word get back that Samuel was traveling to go anoint somebody, right? You know how it is with power. Right. Men kill to retain their power. You get killed. Right? So so Yahweh gave him some wisdom. I ain't gonna take you a sacrifice. Take a heifer. You know what I'm saying? Which is what is that, a female cow or something? Yeah. What's a heifer, Rock?
That was a girl that talking mess.
No, man. No. And that's how we grew up. Call them heifers. no, Hebrew. Hey, that's crazy because in this society, we grew up hearing that word heifer, right? But heifer is like a female cow or something like that. Some type of female lawful sacrifice. Right. The female cow, okay, it's female cow. So you just take a heifer with you and say you're going to sacrifice. So if that's the case, Saul ain't gonna trip off nothing. Right. All right. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Strong definition for heifer is a female cow. Especially one nearly grown. Cow.
Right there. That's what it is. All praise. Come on, Hebrew. So take a female cow. Shabbat shalom. All right, let's get it.
Verse 3. And call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I name unto thee.
Yeah.
And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peaceably?
Yeah, he was a man that had a circuit. He used to travel from town to town and bring judgment at a certain time of the year. Woo. So whenever that show you Samuel wasn't no joke. Yeah, boy. He wasn't like these little church pastors that everybody, like smooth shaven and soft spoken. When he showed up, people trembled. He's like, oh, you didn't caught me in my wickedness. Right. Man, what you doing here? You coming in peace?
Right.
What you doing here? You know how this boy popped up and caught you tripping with your shoes off. All right, come on, now let's get it.
5. And he said, peaceably, I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointing is before him.
Not trip off that. You're dealing with Samuel, who's a man of the Most High, but he's judging based off what he sees. Like, oh, surely this tall, strapping buck. This must be the next king right here. Right. Surely this is the anointed of the Most High. Judging off what he sees. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. Come on now.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him.
I have what?
Refused him.
So trip off this. The king that he talking about is not based off what you can see outwardly. It's man sees.
Right.
Don't look on his height. Don't look on how buff he is. Sometimes the biggest, buffest cat be the weakest mentally.
Fall hard.
You feel me? Sometimes the biggest cat that you should like, surely that's the king. You feel me? That ain't what it is. Most I say, don't look like that. Don't look outwardly. Right? All right, come on, now let's get it. What y'all laughing about over? What's going on? Oh, yeah. That's right, Rob. That's right. We represent for the short Hebrews, man. That's right, bro. That's right. Yeah, in the back row. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Say, for the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance.
Right.
But the Lord looketh on the heart.
The Most High looketh on the heart or the mind of man. Right. If left up to man, you'll pick somebody based off who you lust after. You feel me? Or somebody who you feel ought to be king. You feel me? But spiritually and mentally ain't really about none of it. See, we can miss the mark by physically looking for something. You see? Well, be measuring spirit. Try the spirit by the spirit. That's how we supposed to be getting down.
That's right.
Try the spirit by the spirit. Shabbat shalom. All right, let's get her done.
Verse 8. Then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither hath the Lord chosen this. Then Jesse made Shammah to pass by. And he said, neither hath the Lord chosen this.
Come on.
Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord have not chosen these.
So his first 7 sons. His first 7 sons, you dig? Most I ain't choose none of them. That's deep right there. Right? And you got you a but you so where the last son at? What he doing? Field Hebrew. Where he at? He out somewhere tending the flock, being a shepherd. Perfect king. He's a shepherd. He already defend the flock. He already instruct the flock. He already killed a lion and a bird. Matter of fact, he out attending the flock while all that going down. Right? And that's wild because why didn't his daddy call him in? Boy, come on up in here. Samuel about to come in and anoint somebody. So that shows you that even in his father's mind, it can't be David. Can't be him. He out there in the field. I ain't even gonna tell David about this. Feel me? Get these other 7 sons up in here. Surely they can be king. Why didn't his daddy call him in? He did. Samuel had to ask as we keep reading. Is these all your sons? Is this it? The Most High done rejected all these. Ain't none of these the king. Yeah.
Gotta be somebody else. Lord saying you're somebody in your house and they ain't here. You got another son.
Yeah.
You got another son.
Yeah. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, and hear all thy children. No, he said, I'm sorry, let me start over. Verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, or hear all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest. And behold, he keepeth the sheep.
Baby boy out there keeping the flock.
Right.
Come on out.
And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for he will not sit down till he come.
We will not.
Send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance.
A little light-skinned pretty boy.
Right.
Little pretty boy. But wasn't no joke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no joke. All right, come on, Doc.
And goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he.
Hallelujah.
Verse 13. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah.
Man, trip off that. Trip off how his older brothers had to be feeling. Dig? The little baby boy got called up in here, fresh out the field, and got anointed by the Most High's prophet. And the Spirit of the Most High came upon him. Yeah. That smell like outside and sheep.
Right.
You dig? Handling business. Hey, the perfect man to be a king, though.
That's right.
Because he's a shepherd.
Right.
He already look out for the flock. A perfect king would look out for his servants or his subjects. You feel me? He gonna look to the well-being of them. He gonna be sincere. Dig? And he's a warrior because he killing lions and birds. Yeah, with his hands.
Right.
Little joke ain't no joke. Yeah. Come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Verse 14. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him.
Trip off that. So the spirit came on David from that day and left Saul. It did. Then the evil spirit of the Most High troubled him. Yeah. Most High control the spirits now.
That's right.
He's the ultimate controller of them all.
That's right.
When you're done talking.
Good.
That's why you got to be careful, because you mess around and do something and get some spirits put up on you. Get jacked up around here, man. You see? Now, this the king that was partially obedient. Right? Spurred Agag, spurred some animals and thought he was good and was rejected. Lost his entire kingdom behind it. Right? They finally get David. David get anointed, and the Holy Spirit, set apart Spirit of the Most High, resided upon David from that day forward. Right? So if the Spirit is on David, it left Saul. Wow, you've been rejected as king. So how this gonna be when they meet up? Right? And you looking at the man that's here to replace you. Huh? You already know, man. Men are killed to maintain power. Man, to kill for that. You think Saul just finna just step down, step down and just watch this little Hebrew rule? What's Saul gonna do after that?
Who sent you?
Usually kings gotta die to lose their throne. They don't just step down like your little presidents after a 4-year term. You know what I'm saying? He a king, you feel me? And then the one that's next up the back, he usually gotta die. See, that's the inevitable. You dig? We thinking like, okay, well, why didn't Saul just stand down and just, just let David be king? You feel me? There ain't no such thing as no kings retiring. You feel me? Usually your son come up behind you. Once you dead, he become king. You see? So the inevitable is Saul got to die. And Saul being king understood that. You understand? If he's anointed and he's not my son, you dig? Then I got to die.
Right. The lineage won't inherit it.
Yeah. My son ain't going to inherit the throne. That's the end game with this situation. All right, go ahead, Rob.
No, I'm just saying that's the same thing. The lion got to die.
Get put out to the wilderness.
Yeah.
And not only Saul got to die, sons as well.
Yeah. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Let's get it.
Verse 15. And Saul's servant said unto him, Behold now, an evil spirit from God troubleth thee. Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on a harp. And it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from Yahweh is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well.
Y'all heard the phrase, music soothes the savage beast, right? And that's ancient knowledge, right? Ancient knowledge. You put you some smooth music on, you watch your behavior change. Watch your mood change, right? And this also shows how they didn't weaponize our music against us. You feel me? All our music is negative and destructive. All of it. That's why I salute the brothers out here making righteous music. That's what's up. That's what's up. You understand? Because what music is used as a weapon, right? It can be used to combat evil spirits. Like they say, find somebody who know how to play that art. You feel me? And that spirit, it will pacify that spirit that's on Saul. You see, that's ancient knowledge. And with that, it either can be used to uplift us. That's why the righteous music is powerful, or it can be used to destroy us. Music is a weapon. Music is a weapon. Yeah. Yeah. No. You be on the edge of your seat, anticipating something. Let's get it.
Verse 17. And Saul said unto his servants, Provide me now a man that can play well and bring him to me. Then answered one of the servants and said, Behold, I have seen a son of Jesse, that Bethlehemite, that is cunning and plain, and a mighty violent man.
So David, man, wasn't only a light-skinned pretty boy. He was a warrior and he was cold musically. Man was very skilled. Wrote majority of the Psalms. All those are songs, actually. That's right. That's why he said to the chief musician upon an 8-string harp. So he tell me, hit that beat. Put that beat on right there. I got some lyrics for the Most High. You see? Let's get it.
And a man of war, and prudent in matters, and a comely person. And the Lord is with him. Wherefore Saul sent messengers unto Jesse and said, Send me David, thy son, which is with the sheep. And Jesse took an ass laden with bread, and a bottle of wine, and a kid, and sent them by David, his son, unto Saul. And David came to Saul and stood before him, and he loved him greatly, and he became his armor bearer.
Yeah, carried Saul's armor when he went to war. Right? Come on.
Verse 22. And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, Let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for he hath found favor in my sight. And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from Yahweh was upon Saul, that David took an harp and played with his hand. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him.
Straight up. Let's jump over to chapter 17, start at verse 12. Read 12 to 37, then we're gonna jump over to verse 45. Let's get into this. All this is laying the groundwork for the evil spirits of hatred and anger that Saul had for David. Right? And it was all for his partial disobedience, or his partial obedience, should I say. Because he didn't execute. The Most High like, well, you gotta go, right? He anointed somebody else, which is David, the baby boy. He did, and Most High put his spirit on David, took his spirit from Saul, and then sent the spirit on Saul that tormented him. And the only way he could be calm is if David played it off. The very next king up the bat that's anointed had to soothe this man and calm him down with the skill he had with that harp. Let's get it. Started with chapter 17, verse 12.
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 12. Now David was the son of that Ephraite of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse, and he had 8 sons. And the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul.
Come on.
And the 3 eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to the battle. And the names of his 3 sons that went to the battle were Eliab, the firstborn, and the next to him,
Abinadab,
and the third Shema.
Yep.
And David was the youngest, and the 3 eldest followed Saul. Verse 15. But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem. And the Philistines drew near morning and evening, and presented himself 40 days. Then Jesse said unto David his son, take now for thy brethren an ephod of this parched corn and these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren, and carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. Now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah fighting with the Philistines. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with a keeper, and took and went as Jesse commanded him. And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to fight, and shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines had put a battle in array, army against army. And David left his carriage in the hands of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army, and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistines of Gath, Goliath, by the name of out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words. And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him, and were so afraid. Verse 25. And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man that is come up?
So Goliath wasn't no joke, boy. Right. It's off of Paris. They Israelites fleeing from this Philistine.
Right.
Shook one, huh? Come on now.
Surely to defy Israel is he come up, and it shall be that the man whom killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and taketh away the reproach from Israel?
But David asked him, man, what's going to happen to the man that killed this uncircumcised heathen? He talking big noise.
Right.
Like, so what's going to happen? Right, go ahead, Doc.
For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living Yah?
Flat out. Flat out. Faith, huh? Pure faith. Overconfidence in the Most High. All right, come on, Doc.
And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him. And Eliab, his elder brother, heard when he spake unto the men. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thy heart, but thou wilt come down that thou mightest see the battle.
No, he basically talking noise to his little brother.
Just like a big brother.
You know what I'm saying? What you doing her?
Right.
You understand? I know the naughtiness of your heart. You just here just to look at the battle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing her? What you asking? What's gonna happen to who gonna kill the Philistine? What you gonna do? You know how big brothers is with little brothers.
Exactly.
You understand? Taunting them a little taste. Nehemiah, what's good, Hebrew?
And you know, that's crazy. Like, this is so common in Israel. Like, when somebody get ready to tell you something, or bring something that's worth hearing, somebody be like, oh, well, can't hear from him.
Yeah.
Who he?
What you think you gonna do?
You know what I'm saying?
What are you even asking for?
Exactly. Like, oh man, you can't talk when you that hustler back in the day.
Yeah.
You a better than Bowen now, man.
Nigga, you watch sheep. What is you over here talking about what's gonna happen to this uncircumcised Philistine? What are you talking about? That's how you know this us. There's got to be us all day, man. We still act like this. Yeah. Rock, go ahead. Yeah, they were scared. Y'all scared. And mad because David inquiring. You know what I'm saying? Mad because David is inquiring, like, what's going to happen? Yeah. you real tough, big bro. You know what I'm saying? You real tough, big bro. What'd you say, oh man? You ain't got that smoke for Goliath.
Right.
You real tough.
Right.
To your little brother. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 29.
Yeah.
And David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause?
Mm-hmm.
And he turned from him toward another and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner.
Mm-hmm.
And when the words were heard, which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him.
Mm-hmm.
And David said to Saul, let no man of heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine.
I'll go take his head. I'll take his head right off. Got no problem with it. Let not your heart fail. Stop being scared. I'll go have this business.
Right.
Who gonna stand up for me against the evildoers? What the scriptures say. Right. David answered the call.
That's right.
And had full faith, man. You feel me? His brothers and them scared, hiding, fleeing. Right? He answered the call. It's like, man, who? And on top of that, he understood that the battle was won from heaven.
Right.
Who is this guy? Who is this heathen to even defy the armies of the living God?
Right.
Feel me? Like, if so, in other words, if the Most High is with you, nothing can stand against you.
That's right.
You feel me? The Most High had to respect that from the heavens before David could even take Goliath down physically. He had to honor that, right? Ain't no sense in going to war and the Most High ain't gonna honor it.
That's right.
Right? You'll lose.
Every time.
You'll lose. All right, come on, Knock, let's get it.
And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against the Philistines to fight with him, but thou art but a youth.
Oh man.
And he a man of war from his youth.
Man, David was a teenager. A little boy. A teenager. You understand? That's wild right there. Straight teenager. A youth. Come on, Knock, let's get it.
And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smoked him, and slew him.
You heard that? David, like, look, man, I done killed lions and birds. What is you talking about?
Right.
What you talking about? Right? And took a lamb, and I chased him, pursued him, and slew him. Hey, what you mean he a man of war from his youth? I'm about all that action. I'm about all that. Yeah. How many people can say confidently that they didn't ever kill a lion or a bird?
Sure.
Not too many people ever that done lived. Not too many people ever that has ever lived on this earth can tell you out of their mouth, I killed a lion and a bird. Showing you the Most High been with David, right? While he out there in the field watching sheep, right? Some of the lion came, snatched up a lamb or whatever. He said, I pursued him, slew him, and delivered that lamb or that sheep. I'm about all that action. What you talking about? All right, come on.
Verse 36.
Yeah.
Thy servant slew both the lion and the bird, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he have defied the armies of the living Yah.
Like this uncircumcised, he's gonna be just like one of them lions and birds I killed.
Right, it's nothing.
You feel me?
Nothing.
Just like it's nothing. I do this. I do this. All right, go ahead.
David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bird, he will deliver me out of the hand of the Philistines. And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with you.
All right, jump down to verse 45. Verse 45. And this is full faith too. It did beyond faith.
Right.
Like major league faith. For this youth to know that this uncircumcised Philistine that everybody else is afraid of. That's showing you he's not dismayed at all.
Right.
His big brothers and everybody's scared. He's like, man, look, what's gonna happen to whoever slay this cat over here? What's gonna happen? You did, they bring him before Saul. He's like, man, you can't fight him. You a youth, and he been a man of war from his youth. Man, I kill lions and birds. And this uncircumcised heathen gonna be like one of them.
He next.
Yeah.
Right, him next.
He next on
Right.
the list. He next on the hit list. Right? That's belief. You feel me? You get, and they show you another thing. You can't go to war and believe you already defeated. You got to know you're gonna win. Period. You can't show up like, I ain't sure. You better stay home.
Right.
You better stay home.
He might not make it back.
If you ain't sure, you ain't making it back. You better know for sure the Most High is with you.
That's right.
And mind you, he already been anointed as king. He just ain't the king yet, but he's been anointed already.
Right.
All right. Come on, let's get it out. Verse 45.
Verse 45. Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied.
He said, look, it's showing you that he understood that his power was from heaven.
That's right.
It's spiritual. You feel me? And being he had that authority, you feel me? And he had that major league faith, he understood. You going down today. You're going to know it's a God in Israel today.
Dang.
You going to know. You going to know. Let that encourage all of us. Go ahead, Mama.
In other words, he told him, look, I'm scared of you.
That's right.
But I'm not.
That's right. That's right, Mama. You hear that? That's right. Everybody else scared.
Yeah.
I ain't scared of you at all. Matter of fact, I come to you. Notice he said in the name of Yahweh Zabaoth. That means the Lord of hosts or the Lord of the armies. The heavenly armies.
Right.
You feel me? The Most High is backing David. Straight up. Straight up. All right. Let's get it.
Verse 46. This day will the Lord deliver thee into my hands, and I will smite thee and take thy head from thee. And I will give the carcass of the host of the Philistines this day into the fowls of the earth and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel.
Man, David talking major league noise to him, boy. Talking heavy, ain't he, boy?
Oh, yeah.
And he told him, look, I'm taking your head.
Right, today.
And your carcass is going to be food for the fowls.
Right, today.
Today you going down. That's major league faith. David couldn't go fight that war being timid, being unsure. It never would have worked, right? And so let that be something that encourage everybody, no matter what you're going through.
Right.
You go through your Goliath, right? Major league problems in life or whatever. Be as confident as David was in the flesh. You be like that in the spirit.
That's right.
You feel me? The scriptures tell we more than conquerors. You already got the victory. Just show up and win the battle. You got that type of faith, man. Can't nothing conquer you. Nothing. That's the type of faith you need to have to conquer whatever problem you're facing. Right? Look whatever problem that is right in the face and let it be known. Today you're gonna know it's a God in Israel. Today,
Right.
you gonna know. It don't matter what you're going through. Okay, what's against you, what's set up against you, or whatever. No matter what you're going through in life, you got major league faith like this, you'll conquer it. Messiah said it. You got faith the size of a mustard seed, you can do what? All right, well, Goliath was a mountain. They got his head took off.
Took off.
You know what I'm saying? They got his head took. So no matter what you're going through in life, right? Look at this situation like you, David, and whatever you're going through is Goliath, right? And today, you gonna know it's a God in Israel. Today, that's right? Proclaim the victory, right? Don't deal with anything you going through and be doubting and unsure and scared. You'll never conquer it, right? Look, whatever you fear right in the face and let it be known you don't know it's a God in Israel. That you going down today. You're going down today in the name of the Most High. You going down, right? And you'll conquer whatever it is that's against you. It don't matter. You're more than a conqueror. The scripture tells you in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through the Messiah who strengthens me. Who strengthens me. Now, is that ink on paper? Or do you believe it? I believe that. For what I'm going through, it don't even matter. You're going down today. Proclaim the victory and just show up to the battle. You feel me? That's just what it is. Let's get it. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Verse 47. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's.
Whatever you're going through, the battle is Yahweh's. Come on.
And he will give you into our hands. Verse 48. And it came to pass when the Philistines arose and came and drew nigh to meet David. And David hasted and ran towards the army to meet the Philistines.
Now, trip off that. He not even waiting.
Right.
He ran toward the battle. Man, this brother he really believed. You dig? That means he ain't even waiting for the battle to come to him. I'm running right. Look, I'm about all that action. I'm right in your face with this.
Before the battle began, I'm already there.
Yeah. Come on, Doc.
And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slung it and smote the Philistines in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead and he fell upon his face to the earth.
Boy, he was throwing stones like bullets. Boy, cracked his skull. That deal sunk down his forehead, boy. Y'all young brothers hear this? You like that, Lil Zeke? That's what I'm talking about, Lil Zeke. Zeke over there smiling like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? The youth need to hear that. You feel me? Have that courage, like, yeah. You feel me? The Most High with me.
That's right.
Feel me? That's why it's important for the youngsters to get this, man. Right? Zeke back there smiling. Him and Amir back there smiling, cheesing. Yeah. These are y'all forefathers. That's where you come from. So it ain't nothing you can't conquer. Believe that. Right. Believe it and know it. All right? Let's get it.
Verse 49. And David, verse 50. So David prevailed over the Philistines with a sling and with a stone and smote the Philistines and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath, out of the sheath thereof, and slew him and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled.
So he cut his head off with his own sword.
Took his gun out of his holster.
Yeah, took his strap out of his holster. It took his head off. Now imagine, man, your top warrior, you watch him I'm talking about get destroyed by this little short, little pretty boy. Destroyed with a sling and a stone, right? Knocked him out first and then
cut his head.
Took his sword off and took his head off. Bow. With his own sword. You dig? And that all that courage them Philistines had went out the window. Wow. Hey, we out of here.
Right. We up.
Powerful. We serve a mighty God, man.
That's right.
Serve a mighty power. You dig? You just gotta realize it. All right, come on, Knock, let's get it.
Verse 52. And the men of Israel and of Judah arose and shouted and pursued the Philistines.
Now they got courage.
Right. Now
First they were scared and fleeing. Thousands of soldiers. They were, oh dang, ain't nobody fight him, man. He too big. Look at his muscles. Look at his height. But since David answered the call and then took his head off, no, they like, oh, okay, dang, little brother, okay, come on, man, let's roll. Let's rock.
Right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Now they bragging on little bro now. Right. My brother, I used to rough that little joke up. Yeah, go ahead, Rock. Yeah. 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 Youth. A youth. Look, Joe, he probably about 15 years old.
Yeah.
Still going through puberty. David, a youth, he's still going through puberty around this deal. Boy, yeah, that straight took his head off. You feel me? Voice probably ain't deep. You know what I'm saying?
Like a chipmunk.
That's straight youth, man. And got his head took.
But you see, Manasseh, was that Manasseh that took down Simeon?
Yeah, Joshua. Yeah. He said, boy, they gotta be out my father's house, boy. Not nobody else hit like that.
Right. He was young.
Stole him in the back of his head and then bound him. Bow, sit down somewhere. He said, hey man, you better not ever say that's an Egyptian. Right. He hit with the strength like he came out my father's loins. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's in the book of Joshua about when the brothers went down to Egypt to get corn and all that. Yeah, man. They get all these comic book ideas from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? All the superheroes and the comic books, Marvel, DC comics, they get all that out the scriptures. All of it. All right. Come on, Hebrew.
Until thou comest to the valley and to the gates of Ephraim, and the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way to Sha'arim, even to Gath and to Ephraim. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after the Philistines, and they spoiled their tents. And David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem, but he put his armor in his tent.
They walking around with this cat head in his hand.
Right.
Y'all see this? Ain't nothing you can't do with Major League faith, man. It's nothing. And they know that the Most High is with you, proclaim the victory. You feel me? And let whatever you going through know, today you gonna know. You gonna know today is a power in Israel. Today, not tomorrow, today. You gonna know. Take Goliath's head off. There you go. Just like that. This is what it is. Bigger the faith, the bigger the miracles.
That's right.
That was a miracle we just read. Major league miracle. That show you if your faith is major league, you can move mountains. You feel me? Never feel like you conquered. Like it's something like maybe the Most High can do that, but I don't know about that. Get out that spirit. You'll never win. All right, come on now.
Verse 55. And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistine, he said it to Abner, the captain of the host, Abner, whose son is this youth? And Abner said, as thy soul liveth, O king, I cannot tell. And the king said, inquire thou whose son the stripling is.
You call him a stripling. Young youth. Oh, wait.
And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, Abner took him and brought him about Saul with the head of the Philistines in his hand. And Saul said to him, whose son art thou, thou young man? And David answered, I am the son of thy servant Jesse, the
Bethlehemite, no doubt. Jump over to chapter 18, start at verse 5. Start at verse 5, read down to 30. All this is leading up to Saul's hatred for David. You're going to start, seeds of jealousy and stuff start getting planted, right? Remember, Saul was a warrior too. His brother went to war a lot against the Philistines and all that, right? It's just David was more glorious. The Most High was with him. You understand? And once you see that the spirit of the Most High been took from you, you understand? Because you played with your anointing. Yeah, he didn't raise somebody else up. Seeds of jealousy and envy start getting planted. You feel me? We done seen that personally amongst ourselves over the years. You know what I'm saying? Somebody get lazy and play around with the Most High's anointing. Then Most High raise up young men. You feel me? To get this work popping. I've seen it. I've seen it so many times. You dig? Like, whoa. You dig? Or a brother or sister have an idea and he play with it. Like delay it and all that. The Most High take that idea right off that brother or sister and give it to somebody else. You dig? And they do something with it. That happens. So they let us know. Do not play with your anointing. Right. Be fully obedient.
That's right.
All right. Let's get her done.
1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 5. And David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war. And he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants. And it came to pass as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the women came out all of the cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played and said, Saul have slain his thousands, and David his 10,000.
You heard what the women saying? The women singing and dancing like Saul done laid down thousands, but David done laid down tens of thousands.
Uh-oh.
And look, and Saul's still the king, right? So now he know that the people understand that David is more glorious than him, right? Here come the jealousy, here come the envy.
How was it that this brother heard all of this? I mean, heard them saying all this and all the music going. So that just shows you the Most High set that up.
Yeah. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
And Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him. And he said, They have ascribed unto David 10,000, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom?
Come on.
And Saul eyed David from that day and forth.
Meaning he got an evil suspicion about him, jealous of him. You dig? That's what it is. But that naturally got to happen. It's already been prophesied. Saul got to lose his seat.
That's right. He's
been rejected as king, and the end game of that is he got to die. He got to die. Kings don't retire after a term of 4 years like your presidents. Right. A king is a king for life. King is a king for life, and then once he died, the next king step up, and it's usually his son. But being that David and Saul were from opposite tribes, not out of the same house or none of that, the end game is Saul gonna die, his son gonna die. You understand? David gonna be set up. And through David's kingdom, through David's setup, eventually will come the Messiah, a descendant of King David out the tribe of Judah. According to Genesis 49, 8 through 12, the prophecy that went forth out of Jacob's mouth while he was on his deathbed. He prophesied about Judah and said, Shiloh will be coming through you. Right? Not Benjamin, through you.
Right.
All right, go ahead, Rob. Yeah. He would have been, yeah. 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 And they was friends, man. You know what I'm saying? They was actually partners. So his father took the opportunity to hate David, but Jonathan, like, man, what'd he do? You feel me? Saul angry at Jonathan. You son of a mattress back. You don't tell me he was a son of a perverse woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking bad about his son. Because his son was cool with David. Like, man, David cool, leave him alone, man.
Right.
Come on, Knock, let's get it.
Verse 10. And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from Yahweh came upon Saul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house. And David played with his hand as at other times. And there was a javelin in Saul's hand. And Saul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it. And David avoided out of his presence twice. Saul was afraid of David because the Lord was with him and was departed from Saul. Therefore Saul removed him from him and made him his captain over 1,000. And he went out and came in before the people. And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Lord was with him. Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. Verse 16. But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came in before them.
A man of the people.
That's right.
You feel me? Didn't separate himself from his people. He was a man of the people. You dig? A very good attribute to be king. You feel me? You got the love of the people. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing they won't do for you. And he's a shepherd. And he can kill lions and birds and Goliath. He's a perfect king. And he been anointed. Perfect king. You feel me? All this is leading up to Saul. He just tried to kill David, tried to smite him to the wall with a javelin. You see? And all that because it's evident that the Most High ain't with you anymore.
Right.
He's with him. Now, you could have played the role like Jonathan and just been cool. Like, man, look, I already know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I tripped before the Most High. I've been rejected. You feel me? May Yahweh be with you forever. And played it like that. And he eventually would have had to go to war and die anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at least, you understand, you wouldn't have been hate-filled.
Exactly.
At least you wouldn't have had all that wrath upon you and all that.
Exactly.
You dig? Come on, Knock, let's get it.
Verse 17. And Saul said to David, behold, my elder daughter, Mary, her will I give thee to wife. Only be thou veiling for me, and fight the Lord's battles. For Saul said, let not my hand be upon him, but let the hand of the Philistines be upon him.
You see that? So Saul trying to set him up.
Trying to set him up.
Dig? Look, I'll give you my oldest daughter, but be valiant.
Right.
Go over and kill some Philistines. Right? So he like, well, dang, I can go ahead. I ain't got to kill him, but I can set him up to be killed.
Right.
See? It's hatred at its finest, man.
Oh,
Hatred, envy, and all that at its finest.
fine.
And as we was reading yesterday and the day before that, that spirit actually comes from the right hand of the devil, Satan. His right hand prince is called Baal-er. Like the Fresh Prince of Baal-er. Yes. That's his right hand man. His right hand chief demon is Baal-er. You dig? And from him comes all those evil spirits: hatred, anger, envy, jealousy. Obviously, he all on Saul. Saul tried to nail David to the wall with a javelin. Woo. David escaped twice. David behaves himself wisely. He know, like, okay, he didn't try to kill me. Let me move. You feel me? Let me move wisely around this deal. And he's still going in and out before the people, fighting wars. You understand? And Saul sees this. And Saul becomes afraid of David because he know the Most High is with him. I can't even kill him. I bet if I can't kill him, let me set him up to be killed. See that how his wheels are turning? Like, because in his mind, it's like, if David get took out, I can still be king. But your arm's too short to box with the Most High. Remember that.
Way too short.
Your arm's too short. If the Most High is with him, there's nothing you can do. You can try to do whatever you want to do to him. It won't work. It won't work. Just like the Most High was with Joseph, right? He was with Joseph, and his brothers were trying to bury him. Straight trying to kill him, man. Right? Plague Simeon one time, boy, I'm talking about plague bound up his hands and his feet 5 months. Couldn't even do nothing. And he knew it because I hate my brother. You see what I'm saying? Hatred ain't never did nothing for us, man. Right? Saul was better off loving David and just admitting, hey, eventually I gotta go anyway. You understand? Let me show you the ropes or something. Or he'd been better off doing that than trying to kill him. But again, men will kill to retain power.
Yeah, boy.
To maintain power, yeah, somebody kill you, boy. Somebody kill you. Because once you get a taste of it, you ain't gonna want to let it go.
Right.
Now you gonna go from a king to a janitor. You feel me? You'd rather die. Like, hold on. I went from being a king to cleaning toilets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be dead, huh? Yeah, man. Yeah. Real talk. Let's get it.
Verse 18. And David said unto Saul, who am I? And what is my life or my father's family in Israel, that I should be son-in-law to the king?
He like David playing the humble role. Like, man, who am I? Like, how can I be son-in-law to a king, man? I'm a shepherd.
Exactly.
Come on, Doc.
But it came to pass at the time when Mary, Saul's daughter, should have been given to David, that she was given unto Adriel, the Mohathalite, to wife, and Michael, Saul's daughter, loved David, and they told Saul, and the thing pleased him. And Saul said, I will give him her, that she may be a snare to him.
Oh, now he gonna use his daughter to trap him up. Trip off there. You tried to kill him, it didn't work. Then you try to set him up to be killed by the Philistines. That didn't even work. And David was like, well, look, who am I to even be son-in-law? Oh, but my other daughter love him. I see it. You feel me? They got whispered to him. You know, Michael love him. You know, love him. Okay. All right. Well, look, I'm going to use my daughter. Trip off the mind of this man. Trip off for you go to maintain power. I'll use my daughter as a trap to kill him. My daughter. You say, what's this? Yeah, that's right. That hatred blinds you.
Yep.
Blinds you. Instead of saying, look, Saul had all these times to stand down. Just stand down, man. Feel me? You know it's over.
Right.
You feel me? At least it'd went better with you in the end. You feel me? On judgment, in the day of judgment. Like you actually was looking out for the Most High's anointed. Because the only reason you ain't king no more is because you tripped.
Right.
You tripped.
So you mad.
Yeah. Yeah, paid for. All right, come on, Doc.
And at the hand of the Philistines may be against him. Wherefore Saul said to David, thou shalt this day be my son-in-law in one of the twain. And Saul commanded his servants, saying, commune with David secretly, and say, behold, the king have delight in thee, and all his servants love thee. Now therefore be the king's son-in-law.
So commune with him secretly.
Right.
And that when people get to whispering, you know it's something. Right? Righteousness is done out in the open. What are we whispering for? Right? Secretly, huh? All right, go ahead, Op.
Verse 23. And Saul's servants spake those words in the ears of David. And David said, seem it to you a light thing to be a king's son-in-law, seeing that I am a poor man and lightly esteemed.
He's like, man, I'm not falling for that.
Right.
You dig? You think it's a light thing to be a king's son-in-law? I'm a poor man. Right. And lightly esteemed, right? Verse 24.
And the servants of Saul told him, saying, on this matter spake David, and Saul said, thus shall ye say to David, the king desireth not any dowry.
Any dowry, right? Go ahead.
But 100 foreskins of the Philistines to be avenged of the king's enemies. But Saul thought to make David fall by the hand of the Philistines.
He's like, look, I don't even want no dowry. Just bring me 100 foreskins of the Philistines. Woo. I don't even want no dowry. You ain't got to break me off no silver, no gold for my daughter. Just bring me 100 foreskins of the Philistines. How about that? Because Saul was thinking that David gonna fall. Eventually, all this war and eventually he got to take a loss, right?
Right.
That's what he thinking. But no, the Most High with him. What you mean? I go ahead,
Verse 26. And when his servants told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son-in-law. And the days were not expired.
David like, oh, okay, I'm a poor man. I ain't got no dowry, right? But you saying bring 100 foreskins of our enemies? I'm about that life. Let's get it. Oh, all right, consider it done. Let's get it. What you mean?
That's right.
War's what I do, baby. Like, what you mean?
It's light work.
Come on, Doc, let's get it.
Verse 27.
Yeah.
Wherefore David arose and went, and he and his men and slew of the Philistines 200 men. And David brought their foreskins, and they gave them in full tale to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Saul gave him Michal, his daughter, to wife.
Man, that's crazy. So he doubled up on it.
Doubled up.
Right. He said bring him 100. He brought 200.
Give me my wife, brother.
Yeah, give me. Yeah, there you go. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 28. And Saul saw and knew that the Lord was with David, and that Michal, Saul's daughter, loved him. And Saul was yet the more afraid of David. And Saul became David's enemy continually.
Man, y'all see that, boy? Them evil spirits of hatred and anger and envy.
Yeah.
On the right hand of Hashatan, boy, I have you going at Yahweh's anointed. Woo. And setting yourself up for failure. Straight up. Straight up. We got to check that, man. If that's the spirit that's in any of us, we got to check that. Get you, start fasting. Start that demon about you. Because those spirits come from the right hand of the devil himself. Right? And then have you going, you're so blinded, you're not realizing you're going at Yahweh's anointed. And he actually does, because he said he knew the Most High was with him. He got to be with him. Everything I'm trying to do to take him out, none of it works.
So who you going to war with? Is it David or is it God?
You going to war with God, Yahweh. You going to war with the Most High. Your arms are too short to box with the Most High. The Most High is with the man or the woman. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
Stand down.
You gonna go to war with the man that made you.
That's what I'm saying. don't make sense. All right, go ahead, Op.
Verse 30. Then the prince of the Philistines went forth, and it came to pass, after they went forth, that David behaved himself more wisely than all the servants of Saul, so that his name was much set by.
And the Most High is steadily increasing his glory. Steady increasing. Go over to the next chapter. Go start at verse 8. 1 Samuel 19, verse 8. Got a few more, and we gonna shut him on down. You dig? There will be a part 4 because it's so much. Man, the brothers, look, Saul kept trying to get at David. And David had him. David could have took his head several times. And he was like, man, he like, brother, you know what? He called Saul doing a number 2. Boy, and cut his fringes off. You dig? And was like, look, I could have killed you, boy. You dig? I ain't gonna touch the Most High's anointing. Right? And one time he caught Saul sleeping. And David, the soldier that was with him, was like, praise the Most High. He just delivered him to your hands. Take his head. And he was like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Man of integrity, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, and had it to kill him. Could have killed himself. Most High delivered Saul into David's hands 2 or 3 times. Where he could have just took his whole head off and just ended the matter. And he refused to. Yep. That's right, Doc. Grace. Go ahead, Rock.
That's right, bro.
Mm-hmm. I may even see it at the class we did last night. Talking about, boy, hatred to blind you, right? And give you a peculiar vision that don't, and you think you're right, right? Hatred is an evil spirit, man. Right? You got a perfect hatred in the Bible, but that's David saying, I hate those that hate my God. Right? But amongst us as a people, we're not supposed to be displaying no type of hatred, man. Even if y'all don't get along. You know what I'm saying? How about you pray for the brother or sister? But that's too good to be true, huh? In your mind, you be like, I'm not praying for him. Dang. Is that real, brother? You at least pray for the brother. You dig? Maybe that spirit will come up off of him. That's the end game. You want the end game to be a positive, righteous thing. Right? Deep down, if the brother you got a problem with die, you know you're gonna be jacked up. You'll be jacked up behind like, dang, man, I ain't get a chance to holler at that bro. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you pray for him? You got to check that demonic spirit in you. Feel me? These are the enemies that the Messiah told us to pray for, those of your own people. That's what you both be praying for, because we ain't gonna always get along. We're gonna have arguments and disagreements. You dig? But what you mean you're not, like, why would you let that voice reign supreme in your head? I'm not praying for this nigga. You talking about pray for him. Yeah, I'll pray for him, all right. Dang. Yeah. You consider it soft. Bro, you consider it soft to pray for somebody that you don't get along with. Right? At the moment, you be all inflamed, hoping something bad happened to him immediately. That's evil. That's beyond evil, man. Just because you got a disagreement or y'all ain't talking right now. Right. Pray for the brother. Pray for the sister. Right? Because the end game is you want to embrace again. You feel me? And be at peace. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? See, it ain't nothing wrong with it. We just got in our mind that it's soft. You feel me? Praying for this woman. Got me messed up.
And now we got to understand that now on, anytime we have a disagreement with anyone of Israel, understand, even though you might not want to be with like that person or whatever, you got to understand that's still a child of the Most High.
That's right, bro. That's right.
It's just like, with David. David saying, listen, man, that's still the God's anointing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though whatever happened, that's still God's anointing.
Yeah.
And anytime we meet people on the street or whatever, they might not so-called be in the truth or whatever, but they still Israel.
That's right.
So be patient.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Even though, they might be doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
We know. We already know.
We some of the most crazy people ever, boy. Yeah, that's one of God's people, man. His chosen, one of God's sons and daughters.
That's right.
It'd be crazy as a mug out here, man. You be what'd you say? Oh, what'd you say, boy?
Well, we was being sick. We found it Lord. There was this brother out there, man. He was selling some products or whatever, like some dish soap. And, you know how people be doing it.
Right.
He wanted us to buy some products from him.
Right.
So we just bought something. Noodle off. He's like, y'all. So we're gonna go get something for me as well, brother. So this brother, he kept trying to pump the products off on us. He's like, yeah, I got some dish soap and stuff to bring it home. Like, no, brother.
Right.
Good, man. I was like, most I bless you, brother. He said, yeah, bless you we'll bless you to hell.
Boy, y'all ain't bought my dish soap. Boy, y'all niggas go to hell.
Oh man.
Dang.
Oh, some Don, huh?
Hey, man. You can't do nothing like that. Bless you too, bro, man. Hey,
Right.
bless you too, man. Hey, calm down, bro. Hey, niggas like, y'all ain't buying my product.
Yeah, you ain't about my Ajax.
Nigga say, boy, got Ajax over there. Man, that's crazy, man. But our people are like that. We are peculiar people in our righteousness and in our wickedness, man. Like, ain't nobody else like this people right here, man. Nobody. You feel me? Nobody at all, boy. You be like that.
We was out working, bro. And you know, we got the garden.
Yeah.
And after we get done working, we just stop at the garden and throw some bags into their lawn, trash can.
Yeah.
And it was this woman walking down the street. She had an urn for sale.
One arm.
Yeah, I got this urn, $10. Oh, being a brother, but now we was like, nah, we good. Why this brother Nicole, he had it quiet. Yeah, I give you $7. She was like, nah. I mean, he was like, I give you $5 for it. She was like, no, give me $7. Then she was like, she stood there for a minute. It's like, I'll take the $5. And this brother like, no, I'm okay. Why you do that? I'm gonna call the police on you. And then he crashed down.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's real, baby. It's real. Well, you gotta love them, boy. I'm telling you. And then look, and that's why it's a challenge to love our people at times, man. But we still commanded to. Just because it's a challenge don't mean you got the right not to. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta love them, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that stuff be funny to me though, boy. Because it's never a dull moment in this thing.
Never.
Especially when you awake and conscious and know what all this is about. You dig? Stuff like that happen, boy. You can't do nothing but go like that. Oh, $10 iron.
Using trash cans.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
1 Samuel chapter 19, verse 8.
Yeah, start at verse 8 for me, y'all.
And there was war again, and David went out and fought with the Philistines and slew them with a great slaughter, and they fled from him. And the evil spirit from the Lord was upon Saul, and he sat in the house with a javelin in his hand, and David played with his hand. And Saul sought to smite David even to the wall with the javelin, but he slipped away out of Saul's presence, and he smote the javelin into the wall, and David fled and escaped at night. Verse 11. Saul also sent messengers into David's house to watch him and to slay him in the morning. And Michal, David's wife, told him, saying, if thou save not thy life tonight, tomorrow thou shalt be slain.
So she looking out for him, like, look, my pops want to kill you. Right. He didn't send. He didn't send some messengers here to take you down. Right. This is some deep-seated hatred here, boy. Right. That's why he said, if you're angry at your brother without a cause, you a murderer. It's Matthew the 5th chapter. What the Messiah was saying. Right. Saul did not have no righteous reason to be mad or angry at David at all. You feel me? So that left unchecked, that would lead to murder. Right? At the wrong time, when you know ain't nobody looking, ain't no cameras back there. You feel me? And you hate somebody that much, you gonna try to lay him down. Yeah. Hey, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
So verse 12. So Michael let David down through a window, and he went and fled and escaped. And Michael took an image and laid it in the bed, and put a pillow of goat's hair for his bolster, and covered it with a cloth. And when Saul sent messengers to take David, she said, he is sick. And Saul sent the messengers again to see David, saying, bring him up to me in the bed, that I may slay him.
If he's sick, pick the bed up and bring him to me. Pick the bed up and bring him to me. I want to kill that man. This is some deep-seated hatred, man. Evil spirits. Now, trip off, they keep telling you the evil spirit, spirit. You dig? And it's driven by jealousy, man. Jealousy, anger, envy, whispering. Y'all see all the seeds that lead up to this, right? And it's actually destroying Saul. Boy, you ain't doing nothing but destroying yourself, right? You know that the Most High with David, you admitted it. That's why you're afraid of him. You feel me? You keep throwing javelins at him, trying to, you know what I'm saying, nail him to the wall and everything. You see? Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 16. And when the messengers were come in, behold, there was an image in the bed with a pillow of goat hair for his bolster. And Saul said unto Michael, why hast thou deceived me so, and sent away my enemy?
My who?
My enemy.
My enemy. Saul letting it be known, David is my enemy. Come on.
That he is escaped. And Michael answered, Saul, he said unto me, let me go. Why should I kill thee? So David fled and escaped, and came to Samuel to Ramah, and told him all that Saul had done to him. And he said, and he and Samuel. And he and Samuel went and dwelt in, he said, Nail.
Yeah, trip off there. So David go holler at the Most High's prophet that anointed him and anointed Saul to be king. Like, hey man, your man's is tripping.
What's up with your boy?
Man, going off, man. You know how many times you try to kill me? You feel me? Well, that's about 10 assassination attempts. He's like, hey man, look, we gotta do something about this. That man trying to kill me, man. You did. So David and Samuel end up going to another spot in Israel, right? Go ahead, Op.
Verse 19. And it was so told Saul, saying, behold, David is at Nail in Ramah. And Saul sent messages to take David. And when they saw the company of the prophets prophesying, and Samuel standing as appointed over them, the Spirit of God was upon the messages of Saul, and they also prophesied.
Now trip off that. You feel me? Y'all going with an evil spirit and intent to kill David, you dig? But Samuel and them out there prophesying. And the Most High put a spirit out there to stop that evil intention that you got. Now they prophesying. Like you there to kill this man, but then the Most High just changed your spirit that quick. Right? I mean, more proof you can't fight against the Most High.
That's right.
Your intention was to kill and take him. You feel me? But these look Samuel and them out there prophesying. You dig? And the Most High changed their spirit that quick. Bang. So they didn't even finish their mission.
Right.
All right, let's keep reading.
And when it was told Saul, he sent other messengers, and they prophesied likewise.
So he sent some more hitmen to get at David. They start prophesying too.
Right.
This is a spiritual thing going on here.
That's right.
All right, go ahead, Op.
And Saul sent messages again the third time, and they prophesied also. Then went he also to Ramah, and came to a great wall with that is in
great well
that is in Saku,
yeah.
And he asked and said, where are Samuel and David? And one said, Behold, they be at Naioth in Ramah. And he went there to Naioth in Ramah, and the Spirit of God was upon him also. And he went on and prophesied until he came to Naioth in Ramah.
He changed Saul's spirit.
Right. And he prophesied.
That right there show you your arms too short, man. The Most High change your spirit up real quick. You feel me? You on a mission thinking your will is your own to destroy the Most High's anointed. Change the spirit up that quick. Bow. Now he prophesying.
Right.
All right, come on, bro.
Verse 24. And he stripped off his clothes also and prophesied before Samuel in like manner and laid down naked all the day and all the night.
Dang.
Wherefore they say, is Saul also among the prophets?
Yeah, like, man, what is going on here? No, he stripped.
Right.
What's up with that? Lay naked all day and night. Like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most High, I'm going to show you this the Most High in control, but what is up with that? He stripped naked later all day and night, man. That is crazy, man. All right, chapter 20, we got a few verses in there. We're gonna close it out and do a part 4, you know what I'm saying, another day. 1 Samuel 20, started verse 11, 11 through 18, and 27 through 34.
1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 11. It say, and Jonathan said unto David, come and let us go out into the field. And they went out, both of them, into the field. And Jonathan said unto David, O Lord God of Israel, when I have sounded my father about tomorrow, any time, or the third day, and behold, if there be good toward David, and I then send not unto thee, and show it thee, the Lord do so, and much more to Jonathan. But if it will please my father to do thee evil, then I will show it thee, and send thee away, that thou mayest go in peace, and the Lord be with thee, as he hath been with my father. And thou shalt not only while yet I live, show me the kindness of the Lord, that I die not. But also, thou shalt not cut off thy kindness from my house forever. No, not when the Lord have cut off the enemies of David, every one of the face of the earth.
So he's just saying, like, look, man, they made them a covenant, basically.
That's right.
And he was like, look, when the Most High cut off all your enemies, remember me, remember my house.
That's right.
Because Jonathan had sons too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, just remember, because Jonathan understood the Most High is with him. So when Most High has cut off all your enemies from the earth, which would include Jonathan's father, Saul.
Right.
When he cut off all your enemies from the earth, remember me, man. Right. You understand? I'm gonna go warn you. I'm gonna go holler at my pops, and I'm gonna warn you. If he has good intention towards you, you all good. If not, I'm gonna let you know it's all bad. You gotta get up out of here. But when the Most High cut all your enemies off, remember me. All right, go ahead, sis. The covenant of David. What you talking about?
Like, you know how, right there,
This right here, menorah?
no, not the menorah.
The shofar?
That's the order.
Oh, the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, that's the Ark of the Covenant right there. Yeah, that was with Moses in the tabernacle and all that. Yeah, but you can read about David's the covenant he made with David in Psalm 89, the 89th chapter, and Psalm the 132nd chapter. You can read about that covenant he made with David. You feel me? It's the everlasting covenant. Psalm the 89th chapter and Psalm the 132nd chapter. And you can read about that covenant that he actually made with David. You feel me? He did make a covenant with David. He promised him. You know what I'm saying? The Messiah coming through your lineage, coming through you. You know what I'm saying? And again, and just my humble opinion, David was the greatest king in Israel, second only to the Messiah. Woo. You feel me? A lot of people like Solomon. I mean, to me, Solomon was wise, but he fell off. He started worshiping all them gods.
David was ready to go.
Yeah, David never served another god, and every time he tripped on record, he repented immediately. Yeah. He never served no other god, though. You feel me? I mean, that's just my humble opinion. Other brothers will tell you Josiah, Hezekiah, some say Solomon, but David I likes David. I'm like, man, that brother go in. Yeah, he was taking heads off out of it.
We got beef, what, when, where, how.
Yeah. And when you get into David's like his army that was around him, they wasn't no joke.
So what?
He had hitmen that was taking out 800 people at one time. Yeah. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 16. So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David, saying, let the Lord even require it at the hand of David's enemy. And Jonathan caused David to swear again, because he loved him. For he loved him as he loved his own soul.
Right.
Then Jonathan said to David, tomorrow is the new moon.
Who know what the new moon is and what that symbolizes? New month, beginning of the month. If you look at the moon, it goes through a 29-day cycle, 29 and a half, 30-day cycle. Feel me? It goes from first sign of a slither, like a thumbnail, to being full, to going all the way down to being dark. And then when you see the light again, it's a new moon again, or a new month. Moon actually means month. You dig? So he said tomorrow is the new moon, meaning it was the beginning of another month coming up. All right, Psalms, the 81st chapter, tell us to blow up the trumpet in the new moon. We're supposed to observe that, actually. You understand? We're supposed to observe the new moon. You feel me? It helps us keep track of the Most High's calendar, his times and all that. All right? So John said tomorrow is the new moon, right? Go ahead.
And thou shalt be missed, because thy seat will be empty. And when thou hast stayed 3 days, then thou shalt go down quickly and come to the place where thou didst hide thyself when the business was in hand, and shalt remain by the stone Ezel.
All right, jump down to verse 27. Jump down to 27. Yeah, it's Ezel. All right, jump down to verse 27.
Verse 27.
Read down to 34.
And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the 2nd day of the month,
right,
that David's place was empty. And Saul said unto Jonathan, his son, wherefore cometh not the son of Jesse to meet, neither yesterday nor today?
Like, where David at?
Right.
You know, it's the new moon, so you know we feast on the new moon.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a monthly appointment. We're supposed to actually be feasting. Yeah. So David wasn't there the first day or the 2nd day, and Saul asking Jonathan, because he know him and Jonathan cool. Where David at?
Boy.
Why he ain't up in here eating? You feel me? But mind you, Saul done tried to kill David about 10 times now. You feel me? So David like, let me move out the way.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 28. And Jonathan answered Saul, David earnestly asked leave of me to go to Bethlehem. And he said, let me go, I pray thee, for our family hath to sacrifice in the city. And my brother, he hath commanded me to be there. And now, if I have found favor in thine eyes, let me get away, I pray thee, and sin and see my brethren. Therefore he cometh not unto the king's table. Then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan, and he said unto him, thou son of a perverse, rebellious woman.
Now you gonna join on your baby mama. He told his own son, you son of a perverse, rebellious woman. Dang. Well, this is some deep hatred here.
Sure is.
You feel me? Because David ain't there at the feast. Right? You go off on your son and call him a son of a perverse, rebellious woman.
Because you ain't bring your partner. More to that.
That's crazy, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Do not I know that thou hast chosen the son of Jesse to thine own confusion, and into the confusion of thy mother's nakedness? For as long as the son of Jesse liveth upon the ground, thou shalt not be established, nor thy kingdom. Wherefore now send and fetch him unto me, for he shall surely die.
Feel me? You let it be known.
You ain't gonna have no king.
Feel me? Unless David died, you will never sit on the throne.
Ooh. So he trying to bring his son into him now.
Yeah. David got to go. You'll never sit on the throne. That's what he's saying. But that's the end game of this. Right? If David been anointed and Saul's been rejected, right? And they not even out the same house. They different tribes in Israel. Somebody got to die.
Somebody
before David becomes king.
That's right.
Somebody got to die. All right, go ahead.
That's back into about the Jonathan thing, because Jonathan had to know too, like You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that the spirit was on David too. So like, you know, that's just the righteousness within Jonathan. Jonathan's like, no, I got to go too. But David, you got it.
Yeah, knows he told him when he made a covenant with him. He told him, when the Most High done cut off all your enemies, remember my house. So yeah, of course, you understand these things like ancient worlds. You know this. You talking about watch the Game of Thrones. You already know. You talking about another king and you king, and it ain't your son. Oh, you talking about war? Somebody got to die. That's in the ancient world. We grew up in Babylon, where you rotate presidents every 4 years. You understand? So all your presidents can still be living. Like Donald Trump president now, Barack Obama still smooth stepping around here. Right? So in modern times, you can't fathom what's going on. But if you think about this from an ancient perspective, you'll know. Like, if he's been anointed and I've been rejected, that means I gotta die. You feel me? And my next up the back gotta go. Yeah. Ancient world politics, baby.
I always say, like, in Babylon, you're a democracy. You know, but they kingdom, you don't get to choose.
Yeah, there is no choose.
There's no choose.
Yeah.
The king is what the king says.
Yeah, or else. Real talk, bro. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 32. And Jonathan answered Saul his father and said unto him, wherefore shall he be slain? What have he done?
He asked him, like, what are you trying to kill him for, man? He ain't did nothing. Right. He been righteous the whole time.
That's right.
Come on out.
And Saul cast a javelin at him to smite him.
Dang, so then Saul, his hatred is so blind, Saul about to kill his own son.
Right.
Because that hatred for David has blinded him, man. Right. He ain't his own.
He tried to kill his son.
Yeah, man.
That's hate.
That's major league hatred. And know when we read out them pseudepigraphers yesterday, hatred is a blinding spirit.
Right.
It blinds you. You feel me? It gives you a peculiar evil perspective, and you think you right. Real talk. Hatred is evil, man. Right? And that can't be going on up in her, and we got to get that about the nation too. Right? We both be loving each other, man. Even if you disagree with the brother and sister, you still love them, pray for them, embrace them. You dig? That's when we come through these doors. We both be saying, Shalom, yo. Feel me? Sisters come in. That's right, sisters. Yeah, y'all embrace one another. You feel me? We should feel that up in her. It shouldn't be on some. She stirred a hole in the back of my head. I know she. it shouldn't be none of that. Yeah. And brothers supposed to be embracing. Hey, Shalom, what's good? Go ahead.
Sometimes some of us might not see each other all week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a good thing that we can, be here and we don't have to immediately, okay, shalom, everybody, and then leave. Yeah. And then don't see each other for a whole another week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to just fellowship with each other as long as we want, and hear and talk to each other, uplift each other.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right, brother.
And then, keep moving.
Yeah.
Like we here all week though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be longing for that. So I felt that when we there.
Yeah, bro. Hey, y'all supposed to have each other contact information. Holler. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just call them, just to shoot the breeze. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. I'm just watching, the Fire Stick.
Right.
Looking for a movie. I ain't know that. Right. Why? What's up? What's going on? I ain't nothing. I just call you. I love you. What's up? Yeah. Oh, okay. We're looking like what? Could be looking at the phone like, what is he calling me for? What is going on there? Yeah.
Something ain't right.
Yeah. We were changing spirits around here, man. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody? Who had their hand up? Somebody? Go ahead, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, another thing, like you said about Israel having disagreements or discussions or whatever, man, we need to learn how to do that without getting contentious.
Yeah.
Hey, you can dialogue on. You're not never gonna agree with everything all the time.
Yeah.
You don't have to get mad at it. Disagree with it.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, man, what are you all emotional for? We just talking. And the fact, and the fact of the matter is this, man. We ain't robots.
Right.
You feel me? Everybody up in here got their own personality and vibration the Most High done put up on. You feel me? So you gonna look at things differently and disagree or whatever. But maintain that righteous vibration amongst each other. You feel me? Embrace, love each other. You dig? Somebody come to you saying something, shut it down immediately. do what I do. Get him on the phone, like right while you talking.
Sure will.
I'm like, hey, You don't even know I'm calling. You talking about Nehemiah? You don't even know I'm calling. But hold on for a second. Now, certain things. Yeah, them phone tripping. Got you, bing, bing, bing. What you were saying? Put it right on speaker. Hey, Nate, what you doing? Hey, brother, got something to say to you. You feel me? Boy, hey, that handle all that madness quick. All that mad, because all that wolfing you was doing, now you don't even sound that convincing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Then you trying to figure out ways to. What I said was. Yeah. What I said was. Yeah. Go ahead, Duel.
I just want to talk in, and we gotta also remember we got people not here that don't have a lot of people in fellowship with. So the title we, make our stuff. They come visit or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because some people you will see it in the comments. It's like, this is all I got. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't even see no petty bull because ain't nobody around to get. You know what I'm saying? Don't do no bull. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they watching, so you all gotta keep that in mind. That's right.
No doubt. And ain't nothing wrong with telling somebody, we don't do that around here. Right. But that shut all that extra to that shut it down. We don't do that around here. What you doing? You feel me? You do it to me, I'm getting somebody on the phone right in front of you. That ends all of it. Go ahead, Mama.
Okay, and I remember what you were talking about. I'm piggyback off of it. I remember this old R&B. Some of you all might be familiar with the emotions. They said, don't ask my neighbor, come to me. If you want to know something, come to me. Don't go talking and ask everybody else to come to me. That's
right. That solves all that madness. Right. And guess what we not doing at that point? We not tail bearing. Right? We not sowing seeds of discord, which the Most High hate. You read that earlier. That's an abomination. We actually are working on healing the nation at that point. Right? Get all that up out of it, man. Feel me? Get up out of it. And then once you, like Duel was saying earlier, once you start doing this on the regular, it becomes you. Right. You become this. You feel me? And now we really operate in the fruits of the spirit. Yeah, you dig? You feel me? Because all the babies looking at us anyway, man. Babies are looking at us like, hold on, y'all had us performing fruits of the spirit. I don't see it. Oh, that hurt. What these little short babies be like, Abba, I know we talking about the fruits of the spirit. Well, why you talk about Uncle Gideon like that? Boy, you gonna deflate. Dang.
Hey.
Dang.
Go to your room.
Go to your room. All right, bro. What verse you in, bro?
33, we're in verse 33.
Okay, go ahead.
1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 33. And Saul cast a javelin at him to smite him, whereby Jonathan knew that it was determined of his father to slay David.
That's right.
So Jonathan arose from the table in fierce anger and did eat no meat the second day of the month, for he was grieved for David, because his father had done him shame.
That's it for that. We'll do a part 4, but the story get even more deeper. The anger is still for David all the way up until Saul gets killed. And it wasn't by the hand of David. The hatred and the anger and the jealousy continue. More of the story, let the anger and the hatred go.
That's right.
You feel me? Anybody got any questions before we pray out? Anybody? Right? We gonna be operating the spirit of love or hate around here? What we gonna do? Love. Yeah. And love is not Cupid.
That's right.
Need to hit you with the love dart. That ain't what we talking about. You dig? We talking about keeping the commandments, sincerely looking out for your people. You understand? Praying for your people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you disagree with them or not. That's what it's about, man. All right? And stop all the social media banging too. That looks sloppy.
Very.
Stop the social media, the toxic social media platforming. Right? Post some scriptures, post some news articles, and get off that deal.
Get up out of there.
Exactly.
You feel me? Stop sneak dissing all your people on social media, man. That looks silly.
Crazy.
You feel me? Don't think the world don't know we all congregate together. That's evil.
You look just as bad as the world.
Yeah, like what are we doing? Yeah, let's get this thing together, man. You feel me? Because Israel as a nation is suffering. All these spirits, plagued by these spirits, man. You dig? And if we don't get it together, we're going to self-destruct. And we would never take our position in this earth that we were called to do. The light will never shine. All good. So if no questions, we're going to pray on out. Jerusalem is that way toward the corner. We're gonna throw up Yahweh's prayer, the Lord's prayer in Hebrew. And then we're gonna read it in English. And then we about is. All praises, all glory to the Most High. Owner, creator, and possessor of all things. Another beautiful Shabbat service. Hey, look pretty, baby. She got a beautiful smile, man. Yeah. All right, let's get her done. Let me pull this up real quick. Embrace your walk and let him in. All right, y'all. We all good? How we looking? All right, little jokers. Y'all ready? Y'all ready, little jokers? All right, let's get her done. All right, repeat after me. I be new. Shabbat Shemayim. Yit Kadesh. Shimka. Tampo. Malkuteka. Yeah, I say. Ratzonka. Kabbash Shemayim. K. Baret. Etlakim. Kukenu. Tang Lanu. Hayo. Uslak Lanu. Oh, Kataenu, Kamo, Shel Sokin, Gam, Anaknu, Lakotin, Lanu, Wa'o, Tabienu, Lide, Nisayo, Ki, In, Kaltenu, Min Hara, Kilaka, Hamamlaka, Wahab Bura, Wahati Beret, Laome, Olami, Amen, Hallelujah, 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 praise the mighty Yah, Yahoo. All right, let's get it in English. Let's get it. Don't get out of it. All right, let's get it in English. Yes, sir. Hallelujah, that was powerful, boy. That was powerful. All right, y'all, in English. Our Father, in heaven, holy is your name. May your kingdom come. And your will be done. On earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our sins. As we also have forgiven those who sinned against us. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. And ever. Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Praise the mighty Yah. Yahoo. Yes, sir. Stop Christ. Let's get it done, baby. Spirit flowing in this. And you say, what? Don't deny the power. Yeah, boy. All praises. All right, family, to the next time. Hallelujah. To the next time. Y'all willing, we right back up tomorrow around noon. Hebrew class. Shooter, Moshe. Shout to people out, man.
Israelites to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. All praise to Abanawa. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm looking at the laptop. All praise to Abanawa. Yahweh by Shema Mashiach. Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Long live the king. Hey, we ain't got long, y'all.
To the fall of Babylon, baby. Yahoo. All right, y'all. To the next time. We all good. Shabbat shalom to y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Sabbath. Y'all willing, we link up again. Yahoo!